have to come barging in here without knocking? Can't you see I was busy here?
I'm terribly sorry, sir, but it's a very important phone call for you. Admiral Reynolds, sir.
Oh, Admiral Reynolds. Admiral Reynolds, Binghamton here, sir.
Binghamton, now hear this. The British Admiralty has dispatched a task group under Vice Admiral Sir Percy Campbell to this area. The advance elements will be dropping anchor at Taratupa at 0800 tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's quite an honor for our little base, Admiral. That's quite an honor. Naturally, I'll order a 17-gun salute.
You can belay the formalities. Your job is to furnish the British with an officer for permanent liaison duty at their fleet headquarters in Sydney, Australia.
But Admiral, I'm understaffed here right now.
Orders from the Pentagon, Captain.
Oh, well, no, you nitwit. No, not you, Admiral. No, sir. No, I was talking to the nitwit here, sir. You can count on me, sir, for the fullest cooperation. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Better not goof this, Binghamton. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
As the Pentagon put it to me, don't make waves.
I'll do that. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Is there something wrong, sir? You seem upset.
Well, of course I'm upset, you numbskull. The Redcoats are coming, and I have to spare an officer to be a liaison with them. Well, even if I scrape the bottom of the barrel, who could I possibly spare for the job? This Pearl Harbor was
Hey, girls! Come on, let's go. The water's fine.
How are you, honey? Knock off that racket out there.
Uh-oh, it's Captain.
Yeah, you're out of uniform.
We're not for skin diving, Captain. We'll see you around.
Carpenter, I tell you, someday I'm going to get that McHale, and I'm going to nail his slippery hide to a bulkhead. Someday I'm... What am I talking about? Someday's here.
You would make it in time. The limeys haven't even landed yet.
Okay, let's open up shop. Tink, you'll be in charge of the Japanese war mementos. Well, try and push the Harry Carry knives. Where'd you put the sign?
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, good. Ah, the old hometown touch. That'll get them every time.
Oh, fish ahead. Enemy patrol approaching.
It's Binghamton. Quick, hide the stuff. Look, act natural. Look sloppy.
I think they've spotted us, sir.
Good. Now, remember, we've got to make them think that this trip to Sydney is just for 1 month and that the whole crew is going. If they swallow that, McHale is a dead duck. We're on.
British launch approaching, sir.
Ah, that must be the Admiral's aides. Straighten your tie, Carpenter. Square your hat. You want to make an impression on the British, you got to be a stickler for detail.
Oh, don't you worry, sir. My crew would never forgive me if I did anything to foul up this assignment.
Yes, there aren't many PT crews that get a chance of temporary duty in Sydney, Australia. It'd be like a month's paid vacation. But don't count your chickens, Carpenter. The British have the right of approval, and I'll have to show them the other outfits, too.
Oh, sir, then you mean it isn't definite? That somebody else could still take our place?
You're overacting, Elroy. It'll all depend on the inspections. I intend to end up at McHale's Island at 1600 hours. If that doesn't clinch it for you, nothing will.
A whole month in Sydney, and he's handing it to Carpenter on a silver platter.
Not yet, he isn't. Let's go back and speak to the skipper.
How about it, Skip?
It's a dream assignment. It means a whole month in the passionate pearl of the Pacific.
Yeah, Lester's right. I know a guy who won the Purple Heart in Sydney just for fighting off Dane.
Hey, Fuge! Come on, lay off that judo, boy. This is supposed to be a Swedish massage.
Okay, next time you capture Swedish PW.
How about it, Skip? Are we gonna let Binghamton pull a think trick like that on us?
Sure, listen, we deserve a break a lot more than Carpenter.
Oh, all right. Look, I don't like to see Binghamton pull a fast any more than you guys. So, seeing as how it's a chance to put the screws to the captain, we might just as well give it a try.
Give it a try? Skipper, we're as good as in Sydney right now. By the time we're finished, those limeys won't be able to tell this place from Buckingham Palace.
I say, Captain, isn't that a bit unusual for an American installation?
By McHale's Island? Why do you say that?
Well, sir, the flag.
Going to work. McHale's pirates swallowed the bait.
Captain,
Permission to come aboard?
permission granted, sir. Welcome aboard, gentlemen. With your permission, sir. Honor guard! Detail! Hutch! Detail! Up! A right turn! Right! And salute!
Commander Forbes, Lieutenant Crandall, may I present to Commander McHale, Ensign Parker, PT-73.
Hello.
My pleasure, Commander.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Jolly good show, Commander. Didn't know you Yanks went in for this sort of how-do-you-do.
Well, let's say, Commander, that we're just trying to go by the fine standards set by the Royal Navy, sir.
All right, McHale, all right. Let's get on with inspection.
Beg pardon, sir. Tea is served.
Tea? Oh, yes, of course, tea.
Surprised at you, Captain. Mr. Parker, take charge, dismiss the men. Stand easy.
After you, gentlemen.
There we are, gentlemen. Oh, Gruber, would you pass the crumpets, please?
Joe, crumpets. In the middle of nowhere? Where on earth did you get them?
Made them myself, sir. From a recipe I got from my old Welsh nanny.
Well, gentlemen, a toast. To our great leader. To President Roosevelt.
Prime Minister.
Well, old man, it's getting rather late. I think we ought to be getting back to board ship.
Must you rush off right away, sir?
Well, we must get back aboard ship, you know.
Oh, well, Commander, what about your decision? You haven't made your decision yet.
Oh, yes, Captain Binghamton. We completely concur with your recommendation. We'll gladly take McHale.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yippee! I know you can do it, sir. Congratulations, sir.
You recommended me and the crew for the job?
Indeed he did, Commander. But you seem to be under some sort of misapprehension. It's a lone assignment. Just you. Your crew is not included.
Well, you made a very wise decision, Commander. I know you're going to be very happy with McHale. Do a fine job for you. Now, we've got to get back to the base. We have orders to cut. There's lots to do, Everybody in the gig, we have to cut the orders, and there's lots of things to do. Now,
Captain, you can't do this. It's not fair. I mean, it's not cricket.
Well, if it's all the same to you, Captain, I'd rather not leave my men for a month.
McHale, I don't know where you get your information, but it's not for a month. It's forever. And it begins tomorrow at 0800 hours when you stop by my office to pick up your permanent transfer.
Permanent transfer, but Captain, you can't.
Oh, can't I? I'll see you in the morning. And McHale, be packed.
You and your Welsh nanny. I ought to drown the both of you in your own tea.
Hey, Skip. What's the Admiral say? What do you have to say about it?
Hold it. No dice, fellas. The Admiral has his instructions from the Pentagon. Don't make waves, huh? The British okayed me, and I'm stuck.
That does it.
It's all my fault. How can I let a rube like Binghamton out-con me?
Oh, now, come on, Groob. Don't blame yourself. After all, we all swallowed the bait.
Those limeys, I got a good mind to swim out to their ship, throw all their tea overboard.
George Washington was right.
But in the course of human events...
Oh, now, come on, knock it off, you Minutemen. Now, let's face it, I'm hooked.
It just goes to prove it don't pay to make good impressions on people.
Yeah, Willie's right, Skip. If those British had seen you the way you really are, they'd have never picked you.
What?
Well, I mean, you know how sloppy you are around here. Oh, well, I didn't exactly mean it that way, Skip. I mean, you know it.
What do you mean you didn't mean it? Well, it's the best idea anybody's come up with yet.
It is?
Well, sure. And if we can pull it off, fellas, Admiral Campbell won't even let me aboard his ship, even if it's in dry dock. Sloppy, huh? Come on, boy.
Baby! Hey, what are you sucking, baby?
It was Jerry, Commander McHale.
Jerry! Oh, that's kid stuff. Hey, come here. What you need is a little... Ooh, sipping whiskey, baby.
How about it, Chuck? Dynamite!
Absolutely. Oh, hey, 8-ball. Come on, shake the lid off and let's have 4 glasses.
Hey, let's go, sailor. Full booze ahead.
We're gonna have a wing-ding, boy. Yes, sir. Celebrate my shivering up with you guys in the morning.
We don't appear to be ungrateful, Commander, but we're on duty hours, and we very seldom indulge in anything more potent before sundown.
Before sundown? That's right. Well, the sun done went down, buddy. Come on, chug a slug of that, baby. Yes, sir.
Well, perhaps just a social sit.
Yeah, just a tail. Here, cheers.
Cheers.
That's real good, Skipper.
And there's plenty more where that come from, buddy boy. Woo! Hiya, Sally,
Really, Commander.
Really, Commander. Hey, Chuck, remember Sally when we had that party? We taught her how to shoot crabs. Busted up the whole outfit.
She's a great sharpshooter.
Commander McHale, I don't mean to be presumptuous, but what are you men trying to prove?
Prove? What do you mean?
Play that sharpshooter. I mean, sapshooter. I don't know why you've changed, old man, like you have, but if you're putting on this act of being a bore to get out of the assignment, it won't work, you know.
It won't?
I mean, this is a rat, Mr. Cooper. These combined operations are more than somewhat tricky, but Sir Percy cannot possibly turn you down now. He's under strict instructions from the Admiralty not to churn water, or as you Yanks so aptly put it, create ripples.
Make waves, yeah, I know all about it.
Well, cheer ho, old man. Come, Governor. I'm afraid you're stuck with it.
Stuck. Well, come on, Chuck. No sense in drinking this stuff unless we have to.
Order.
Come on,
Skilly, Pip. Let's have this one more for the road.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, Carpenter, wait a minute. Well, wait, I want my mother.
Man, I'd just like to say that no skipper's ever served with a greater bunch of guys. I'm gonna miss you. All of you. Very much.
I'll borrow your hanky.
Oh, my kid.
Keep up the good work, Chuck. You'll do just fine. Well, so long, you bunch of pirates.
Let's get out of here, Christy.
Well, it's great while it lasted.
Well, we're gonna have it rough now.
I think we're gonna have it rough. Think what the skipper's gonna have to go through. Living with those foreigners, learning a new language. I'd say, old beans, spice the main brace, alarm to arms. All that jolly rot.
Yeah, sure gonna be murder. Say, you got that accent down pretty good, Mr. Parker.
Oh, it's a little something I picked up in college dramatic classes. I had the lead in Lady Windermere's fan.
Hold everything. Have I got an idea? We might get the skipper's orders changed yet.
But what is it, Groob? Spill it. Come on, let's hear it.
Do we still have those limey officers' uniforms to launder?
Yeah, back in the hut.
It's a long shot, Mr. Parker, but it's desperation time. You've got to give it a try.
Right. Give what a try?
Well, between our British uniforms and your accent, it might just work.
Oh.
Come on, Mr. Parker, time's a wasting.
Oh, now, wait a minute, you guys. I was Lady Windermere.
What's this? Lady Windermere, Mr. Windermere, come on, buddy.
Yeah, let's get out. Come on.
There's going to be dancing in the boondocks tonight.
They say every dog has his day, Captain. Yours is a long time coming.
It was worth every second of the wait to see the invincible Quentin McHale finally torpedoed by his own men.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There's a British admiral here to see you, sir.
British Admiral, see. Oh, Sir Percy, he finally made it. Show me it.
No, sir. It's Rear Admiral Crother Smythe of Royal Naval Intelligence, sir.
Royal Naval Intelligence here to see me? Well, I don't know what would be see. Well, show him in. Don't just stand there. Show him in. McHale, stand over there.
Sir.
Straighten your coat.
Yeah. Captain Binghamton, I presume.
Captain, what can I do for you, sir?
Do? Haven't you already done enough, you filthy blighter?
Filthy blighter? I don't understand.
Silence, you slithering popinjay! Now, where is this despicable baggot that you've had the effrontery to sign to Sir Percy's star?
How
Well, speak up, man, speak up!
I'm McHale, sir.
Oh, yes. Quiet, yes. Should have known. Birds of a feather and all that sort of rot. Let's have a look at your boy. Stand tall, stand tall. Speak, yeah! Criminal type if I ever saw one, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yes, quite so, yes. So, you thought you'd pull the wig over Sir Percy's eyes, did you? Thought that you'd let His Majesty bowl your sticky ticket.
That's wicked.
Yes or no, wicky ticky ticky. What's the talk around it, man? My Lord Nelson's blood white men have been flogged for less than this.
Please, that's my ship's clock.
Right in your cheeks, you fuck! Yes! How dare you have the audacity to assign this man McHale to the British fleet? Why, the man's a gambler. Why, he's a drunkard. Why, anybody can see that he's dishonest. He's disreputable, yeah.
And not to mention insubordinate, sir. Yeah. And that includes unmilitary, uncooperative, and uncouth, sir.
Quiet. Silence! I am in charge in here. Now, forget that. Here, forget that. On second thought, flogging is too good for you. Why, what you have done here might very well be considered attempted sabotage upon the British fleet. Long live the king.
Sabotage in time of war, sir? That means hanging, sir.
Hanging?
From the highest fortnight. Stand up, man. What do you mean hanged? Now, let's get on with the proceedings. Unless, of course, you're willing to make amends for this dastardly deed.
Oh, yes, I'm willing to do that. Let's make amends, sir. Let's do that.
What if he had to transfer chains, sir? That would disprove the charges, wouldn't it, sir?
Yeah, wouldn't that do it, sir?
Yes, I suppose by Jove it would, yes. Well, of course, it's spoiled an awful good hanging.
I'll change your orders, McHale. Stand over there. I'll do that right away. I'll take care. Oh, and bless you, sir.
Yes.
Bless you.
Stand tall, lad. Stand.
What is it, Groove? You see anything?
Anything? Huh?
Hut! Afternoon, chaps. Lovely day, isn't it?
Boy, them British admirals sure are polite.
Yeah, they sure are. British admirals? That must be Admiral Campbell.
Hey, we better warn the Binghamtons off.
Admiral Campbell is coming! Hooray! Hooray! Admiral Campbell is coming! Go away! Go away! Admiral Campbell is coming! Go away!
It's the real admiral. Come on, let's get out of here, Chuck.
What, you sneak up on me like a ruddy savage? Why, if I had him an inch, I would...
Now see what you've done, Captain.
What you've done?
I'm sorry, Admiral. Here, let me help you to sit me. Let's go out through this door, sir.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry, Admiral. I'll tell you, it's just that I can't help getting over the feeling that we've met someplace before.
Out of the question.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm looking for Captain Binghamton's office.
Well, this is his office. He doesn't seem to be in right now. This is my office. I'm Captain Binghamton.
Oh, how do you do, sir? I'm Admiral Campbell.
Oh, you're Admiral Campbell. It's Admiral Campbell. I'm so glad you're here, Admiral Campbell. I'm sure you know Rear Admiral Sir Crowther Smythe of Naval Intelligence. Where did he go?
Yes. Tally-ho. Pip, pip, pip. Chins up. All that right. Well, we've got to buzz off.
Yes, of course I know him. Reggie and I are old school chums. How are you, Reggie?
The Admiral wants to know how you are, sir.
He does, yes, of course he does. Why shouldn't he? Yes. Capital, Percy. Simply capital, yes. Have you lost weight?
No, I don't think so.
I didn't think you had. I didn't think you had. He doesn't look to you. Just good to see you, old bean. Yes. Evidently he knows mother.
Well, I'm very well, Reggie, and let me see. This must be Commander McHale.
That's right. Oh, yes, sir.
Well, what seems to be the trouble, Captain?
Hi, that's right. Oh, trouble. Oh, no, there's no trouble. We don't have any trouble. No trouble.
Oh, come off it, man. Come off it. Must be top echelon stuff for them to send Reggie to the rescue.
Oh, send that to the... I send Reggie to the Admiral's vice.
What Captain Binghamton really means, sir, is that, he and the Admiral have decided that they need a better qualified officer, other than me, sir, to be your liaison officer. Yes, sir. Isn't that right, Admiral?
Isn't that right, Admiral? Yes. Right, sir, yes. Very well, bean don't put. Yes.
I see. Well, far be it from me to refute any of Reggie's judgments in these matters. Supposing you gentlemen fill me in over a glass of sherry.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask, Admiral. If you'll just follow me to the officer's club.
Some other time, Binghamton, I think you'll be of more use to the water if you remained here to cut that change of order.
Oh, yes.
Well, shall we be going, gentlemen?
After you, sir. After you, sir.
Now see what you've done.
Now that we're alone, Reggie.
Yes.
Perhaps you wouldn't mind explaining to me this fantastic masquerade.
Well, the masquerade. Yes, the mask.
Excuse me, sir, but it's all my fault, sir. Ensign Parker was just trying to get me off the hook, and, it was all my idea, and all charges should be filed against me, sir.
Oh, nonsense, McHale. The whole thing was terribly amusing. Why, we haven't had an accent like that in the British Navy since, Gilbert and Sullivan.
Well, funny, my mother always said I was great.
As to getting you off the hook, McHale, that's already been done. Admiral Reynolds approached me on a personal basis. I saw no reason to turn him down.
Admiral, you mean I can stay with my men?
From what I've heard of your men, McHale, you deserve each other.
Oh, boy! Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, happy sailing and clever thinking. Tally-ho, pip-pip, chins up, and all that sort of rot. Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye, sir. Well, old boy, shall we offer a spot of warm beer?
Well, I see no reason why not.
Yes. Oh, Britannia, Britannia, Britannia rules the world. Ah, Reggie, you're a gem.
I say, watch that, you bounder. The name is Sir Reginald Crothers Smythe. And if you don't remember that, I'll have you flogged to a trumpet.
What's that you're saying, Parker?
Trumpets, I say.
Oh, that's ghastly things I've ever heard of in all my life.
No, Captain Binghamton. Remember those immortal words from our illustrious leader, Admiral Reynolds. Don't make waves. Bye-bye, Captain. Bye.
Well, you, nurse. Why don't you go take care of the sick instead of hanging around bars?
Oh, but Captain, we just came back from reconnaissance mission at Calakai. The only action there is the sand gnats are battling the tsetse flies.
Good. Well, when you return, you can tell me who's winning.
Oh, it's going to be easy, sir. Those little things are so small, they're hard to
Captain, you can't send us on a mission like that, sir.
No, I can't, can I? Well, I happen to have a little silver eagle on my collar, McHale. It says that I can. You're ordered to Calakai for 3 days, and that's an order.
Captain, sir?
What is it?
I've taken care of everything just as you requested. Mr. Devery is settled in his quarters, and he'll be ready to call you.
Hey, wait a minute. Devery? Is that Brad Devery, the war correspondent from United Press?
Yes.
Carpenter, with your loose lips, I'm surprised you haven't sunk a fleet. Let's get out of here.
Aha! So that's why you're railroading us to Calakai, huh? A newspaper man is here. Now, Captain, you don't really think I'd try to steal your spotlight, do you, sir?
Why not, McHale? Why not? You've stolen everything else on this base.
Well, how can you say a thing like that, sir?
Very simple. Very simple. I just moved my mouth up and down, and out it comes, out it comes. Now get out of here, you glory hounds. Get out of here.
No. Wait just a minute, Captain. Look, we'll stay out of your hair, sir, if you let us go to Manakura. At least there'll be something for the men to do there. What do you say?
Manakura? Oh, no, that's out of the question. After the trouble that you and your pirates got into the last time you were there, dressing up in native costumes and dancing in their flower festival. Why, you're a disgrace to the Navy.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that, sir. After all, I won first prize. Remember, Skip, I was a tiger lily. I put a lot of time in my costume and...
Cut it out and get your stems off of my desk. Now you've got your orders. You're going to Calakai. Now shove off.
Oh, but Captain.
Don't you but Captain me. You heard me. Get out of here and take your tiger lily with you. Out.
Come on, Tiger.
Put him in some water. He looks like he's wilding. Nothing is going to stand in your way this time, 40-knot Binghamton. You're going to be front. Hey!
All we gotta do is let Binghamton think we went to Calakai, while we put a dab of shaving lotion behind each ear and head for Shangri-La.
Now, look, you guys, we're not going to Manakura. That'll be a direct disobedience of orders. As much as Skip and I agree with you, we don't make the rules.
We just break them.
We just break them. Oh, now, wait a minute, Skip. Why, Binghamton be mad in a wet hand?
Look, as far as I'm concerned, that man can lay himself a wet egg. He pulled a low-down trick, Shuck. Yes, sir, shipping us out while he hogs the limelight with that newspaper guy.
Well, maybe you're right, Skip, but...
Look, all I'm saying is this. That if Binghamton wants to play it sneaky, brother, so can we. And don't forget, this crew deserves a vacation, too.
You can say that again, Skip.
We can certainly use it.
Oh, I'm beat.
Now, look, Skip, if Binghamton finds out he's going to have our hides...
Oh, stop worrying, will you, Tiger Lily? I won't say a word if you won't. We'll just keep it our own little secret, okay?
Well, okay, Skip, but I, Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm packing and going to Manakura. How about you?
Hey, you guys! We're going to Manakura!
Manakura! I gotta get my stuff.
Hey, you guys! Mom's a word!
Ah, Mr. Devery. How are you, Mr. Devery? Welcome aboard, sir, and welcome to the South Pacific.
Hi, Captain. Lieutenant. Sir.
Won't you make yourself comfortable right there?
I'm not looking for comfort, Binghamton. I'm a war correspondent. I'm just looking for a story. If you have one, I want it.
Oh, yes, if I have... well, actually, Mr. Devery, I've been so busy fighting a war, you know, I haven't had time to take many notes, but if you want to start pitching the questions, I'll try and bat out the answer.
Okay, when can I get to see this Commander McHale I've heard so much about?
McHale? McHale.
Well, I've heard of old sea dogs losing their legs, but you're the first one I ever saw lose his chair.
Are you all right, sir? I have heart. I'm all right. Get your hands off me. Pick up the chair. Yes, sir. For God's sake. Don't do something. Get out of here. Taking around here.
Well, Binghamton, how's chances of getting this McHale in for a little talk?
Oh, McHale, I don't think that'll be possible. He's away on a mission. He's over at Calakai.
Calakai, huh?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Sounded like you would have made a good story.
Oh, Brad, there are other stories, you know. I've seen quite a bit of action myself.
Yes, I know. I just saw one of your landings. You missed the beach by a mile.
That's funny. Let me tell you about this time I was on patrol.
Captain Binghamton, sir.
Not now, Carpenter. I was on patrol. You see, there was this Japanese submarine.
But, Captain, this is urgent, sir.
What is so urgent? You have to interrupt me right in the middle of a patrol.
Sir, we just got a signal from Complete, sir. It's Calakai. It's under heavy Japanese attack. 6 destroyers and 12 enemy barges, sir.
All right, Carpenter. All right, thank you. Now, you see, there was this Japanese submarine, and we were... Calakai?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that where you said McHale is? Well, what kind of a nitwit would send out one boat against odds like that?
That's what I'd like to know, Carpenter.
But, sir, I thought that you would...
Never mind what you thought. Don't just stand there. There's a war on. Go and do something.
Yes, sir.
Poor McHale. He and his crew must really have their hands full.
This is the life, man!
Remember, I'm married. This is your war fighting for.
I raised you 2 pearls.
Hey, Chuck. Come on, boy. I want to get a little fishing before it gets too late. Where's that life raft?
Yeah, okay, Skip. It's stuck in his cabinet.
Well, hurry it up, will you?
I got it. Oh, boy.
Come on, will you? Chuck, the fish ain't gonna wait all day.
Don't wait. All right, Eddie.
Holy cow, where'd he come from?
Hey, you guys! Bandit! Bandit at 6 o'clock! Hey, enemy plane! Take cover! Get up here! Chuck! Get up here! One of these guys will be attacked up here!
I'm being attacked down here!
What's the matter now?
Well, of all the dad blasted, where's that knife we keep? Oh, here. Come up out of there. Come up out of there.
Well, you never...
Get up here, this guy over here. There he is, Chuck. Get him. Hey, I think he's had enough. Yep. All clear, you guys! From both sides!
Sorry, Skip. I had a cramp in the trigger finger. Something like this.
Oh, no. I'll take your word for it, all right?
Hey, we're all right. How about you, Skip?
How's everything up here?
Are you all right?
Yeah, we're all right. Listen, we better get this boat out of here before our little friend decides to come back. Tinker, check your engines. Willie, check your radio.
Right, Skip.
The rest of you guys, check the rest of the boat.
Well, there's one thing for sure, Skip. The starboard running light's out.
Look, the radio master's out too, Skip.
Radio's out, Skip, and I mean far out, like busted.
Oh, brother.
Took a few hits in the engine, Skip.
Well, we sure got off lucky. Tink, how long do you think it'll be before you get us running again?
Oh, about 24 hours. Maybe about 48.
You wouldn't like to try for 72, would you?
Well, that's about the kind of figure I had in mind.
Captain.
What is it? What?
We just got word from the fleet, sir.
Yeah?
They counterattacked and blasted the nips right off Calakai.
Ah.
But no sign of Commander McHale, sir.
Oh. Oh, this is terrible. It's terrible. It's all my fault, too. Those poor men are out there somewhere in the dark right now. They're probably hungry or hurt or even prisoner or even... Well, I just don't know how I'm going to sleep through the night, wondering, waiting.
Don't stop, Binghamton. This is a great war story. A captain's lonely vigil, waiting for news from his men.
Yes. Waiting and wondering through the night, the long, sleepless nights. Well, it's like a father. Like a father waiting for the return of his child. And that's what they were like. You know, those men on the 73, they were like my children. You know, my burden would be a lot easier to bear if I were just out there with them, sharing their hardships and their suffering.
Hey, take it, take it!
81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89.
What are you doing, Chuck?
Well, I just count, Skip. 93, 94, 95, 96.
Counting what?
I'm just curious to see how many revolutions a minute she's doing. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Come on, Tink, get up in there, too. Come on, baby.
Hey, keep that engine going, Tink.
Captain Binghamton, one of our search planes just reported in with this, sir. The 73's life raft.
Oh, no.
Well, those look like knife holes.
Oh, what a struggle those men must have put up.
They also found a part of the radio master.
Well, it's no wonder we didn't hear from them then. The poor devils didn't even have a chance to call for help. Oh, I tell you, gentlemen, a part of me has died out there in the Pacific.
Tough break, Binghamton. You know, I don't believe I've ever seen a commanding officer so attached to his men before.
Attached is not quite the word for it, Mr. Devery. It was love. Yes, it was love for those men. Especially McHale. He was quite a guy. Quite a guy.
And that's the way this story must be told. Through the eyes of the man who loved them most, Captain Wallace B. Binghamton.
I think, Mr. Devery, that a man like McHale requires a little more than just a story. Carpenter?
Sir.
Prepare a memorial service for tomorrow morning at 0900 on McHale's Island. We're going to pay our respects to the memory of the gallant men of PT 73.
We feel no pain at all. We're back from paradise. We had a ball. We're back from paradise. We feel no pain at all.
Hold it, you songbirds, you. Hey, we're getting close to home. You don't want old party pooper Binghamton to hear us, do you?
Yeah, boy, if Binghamton finds out where we've been for the last 3 days, we're dead.
You're a seventh son of a seventh son.
What's the matter? What do you say, Skip? What's the matter? Skip, the Japanese invaded our island?
Worse than that. Binghamton's invaded. Hey, Chuck, bring around 45 degrees, quick. We're gonna go in the back way and find out what's going on there.
And that is why I say that the memory of the now departed will linger long after the sound of shells and battle drums. Yes, gentlemen, we are gathered here today on this hallowed piece of land to pay tribute to a heroic crew. They were good men. They were good sailors. And they were good friends. The men of PT 73.
I see what I heard? He's talking about us. He says we're his friends. He must have been drinking.
It was a privilege to have known this man who was a legend before his time, my comrade in arms, my closest buddy, Quentin McHale.
His closest buddy? He must be stoned.
And there are others to remember. What of Ensign Charles Parker? Yes, what of him? He was a bright, a hard-working lad. He was a credit to the Navy. He was a true product of the sea, to which he is now gone.
Gee, I didn't know he felt that way about me. Why, Chuck, have a little respect for you. This is a funeral service. No kidding. Whose? Ours. And yours. Oh. You know, for a minute, I thought you said, mine. Hey, look, you guys take care of Chuck. Fuji, get lost. I gotta go find out where we died from.
Rupert. Bell.
Come on, Sleeping Beauty. Come on.
It is indeed a roll call of heroes.
Ready? Aim. Fire!
I'll get the rate. It's in the hot tub. As I was saying, my fellow mourners, this is not just a time of sadness.
Hiya, Copy. Hey, what's going on here?
We're holding services for Commander.
McHale's!
So it is with a sense of profound emotion and a feeling of everlasting gratitude. Where's the rate? The rate. Stop tapping me. Give me the... And, that concludes the services. Cease firing. An emergency. Just come up. Everybody back to the base. Condition red. Dismiss. Everybody.
What is it, Binghamton? What's happened?
Oh, what? Well, I can't tell you right now, Mr. Dever. You see, it is top secret. Now, you get back to the base, and you take cover. You take cover. Where is he? How did McHale get back from the grave? Where is he? Where? McHale? Where is he? He's not in here. Carpenter, you've done it again. He's not
no, he was right over there. I saw
right
him.
over where? Here, I see him, and what I said. McHale. Hey, McHale, what are you doing here? He's supposed to be dead.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Captain.
I'm not disappointed, naturally. I'm not disappointed. I'm thrilled. I'm very happy about that. It's just, how did you escape from the Japanese at Calicut?
The Japanese?
Yes, the Japanese. You know the Japanese, don't you? There's the little fellas with the almond-shaped eyes that we've been fighting.
Those Japanese?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about the enemy, sir.
Tom Fleet reported to us that there were 6 nip destroyers there. There were 12 nip landing barges there. Now, how did you escape from the Japanese at Calicut?
How did we escape from it? Well, you see, sir, when we were first attacked...
Attacked?
Yes, sir.
They must have attacked right in the middle of a luau, I'll let you cutthroats were never at Calicut at all. You're at Manakura.
Captain, how can you infer such a thing, sir?
Yeah, we were You're right, gentlemen. I'm terribly sorry, and I apologize. It's just that I've been under such a strain lately. Haven't I been under a strain, Elroy?
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir.
See there, Elroy says I've been under a strain. I wouldn't say anything like that. Would I say anything like that?
Never, sir,
Certainly not. How about it, Ensign? How are things at Manakura?
Oh, it was a real blast, sir. Why, some of the guys even started...
You were never at Calicut. You saw that.
You were
at Manakura.
Captain, I can explain, sir.
Explain. You're going to have plenty of time to explain, McHale. First of all, you're going to explain it to the court-martial board, huh? Then you're going to explain it to the warden at Portsmouth Prison. Then, McHale, you're going to have about 20 years to write a book about it.
Oh, to write a book, huh?
Boy, Skip, I'm sorry. I wish I were really dead now.
When I get through with you, McHale, you're going to wish you were, too. All right, Carpenter, drop the court-martial charges. Make it direct disobedience of orders. Yes. Make it insubordination. Make it dereliction of duty. Huh? What do you got to say about that?
Well, sir, with my best friend defending me, sir, I think I stand a pretty good chance of acquittal.
What best friend are you talking about? What?
Well, have you forgotten? Wally? You said, comrade in arms? My closest buddy?
Take your hands off of me. I only said those things when I thought you were deceased.
Okay, Captain, okay. If you want to show Brad Devery and the press of the world how little our friendship really means...
McHale, one of these days.
Captain, then we can consider these charges dropped, sir?
On one condition, McHale. You want to get off of your spot, you're going to have to help me get off of mine.
I don't care what you say, Skip. It just don't seem right being on the same side as Binghamton.
Yeah, what a crummy deal. Letting him rescue us just so we can look like a hero with this newspaper guy.
Yeah. Look, you guys. I don't exactly relish playing footsie with Binghamton either. But it was a stalemate. He had us over a barrel and we had him over one. So let's just make the best of it, shall we? What now? What's with the engines?
I don't know, Skip.
Well, get back there and take a look, and fast. Oh, boy, if Binghamton doesn't find us on Panoy Island when he gets there to rescue us from the grave, he'll have a shot.
We won't be lucky enough to watch our own funeral.
I still don't understand, Binghamton. What makes you think McHale and his men are still alive? And here on Panoy, of all places?
Oh, well, that's intelligence. We got a report that some natives have seen some American sailors on this island. All right, you men, keep your eyes open now. Keep one open for McHale, keep one open for Japanese.
You think there may be nips on this island?
Oh, you never can tell about those little devils. They're sneaky, you know. They're everywhere, everywhere.
Nice work, Binghamton. You walked us right into a trap. Whose intelligence gave you your information? Ours or the Japanese?
I don't understand this. McHale didn't say anything about the natives didn't say anything about the Japanese being here.
Prisoners, no talk.
Now, you look here. I'm a captain of the United States Navy, and I've got nothing to say. I'll just...
Hey, Skip.
Huh?
How long we gotta walk to be rescued?
Well, I don't know. Tinker's out looking for those guys. Hey, speaking of devil, what's up, Tink?
Skipper, Japanese on the other side of the island. They got Binghamton, Codner, and the war correspondent.
Oh, no!
Oh, boy, a chance like this comes once in a lifetime. What do you say, Skipper? We get back on the boat and head for home. What, are you sticking here with the Japanese? What else? It'll help end the war a lot faster. And besides, how much punishment can those poor Japanese take?
I must say it's a very tempting idea, Groover. But, no, it wouldn't be fair. Wouldn't be fair.
Skipper's right, it wouldn't be fair.
To the Japanese, I mean. You know what the Geneva Convention says about extreme cruelty to the enemy?
We gotta rescue him.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Tink, how many Japanese were there?
5 and an officer. We gonna rush him?
No, we rush them, they start shooting, somebody's liable to get hurt. No, what we gotta do is to distract the Japanese away from Binghamton's crowd. Doggone it, how are we gonna do it? I got it, boys. Hey, Hap.
Yeah?
We got much of that stuff left aboard from Manakura?
Yeah, most of it.
All right. Tinker, come here, boy.
Oh, no, not me, not this time, no.
Hello, soldier, you! Who you handsome soldier? Come with me.
All right, that's enough, mister. Nice going there, Tinker. Okay, mister, that's all the show for today.
McHale, where in the world have you been?
Hiya, Captain. I'm sorry it took so long, sir, but I had to round up a few Japanese.
So you're McHale, back from the dead. I'm Devery, United Press.
Oh, hi.
I had a hunch that was a good story, and you and I was right.
No way, you're forgetting whose idea this was. I organized this whole rescue party. There weren't supposed to be any Japanese here.
Look out, will you, Binghamton? You're blocking my shot. Now, McHale, let's have a nice big smile, huh?
I insist that I be in this picture.
Will you please, Binghamton? Hey, let's have one of you accepting his sword.
Oh, here, take here.
Fine.
Somebody up there hates me.
Oh, but Captain, not balaclava. That's just a hunk of coral.
Yes, balaclava. And this time I'm dispatching a patrol plane to make sure that you're there. Now shove off. I don't want to see you for the next 48 hours. Well, now then, shall we get on with the interview?
Well, Captain, our newspaper down at the mission school would like to know.
Bye-bye, Captain. Oh, and Georgie, don't forget, the name is McHale. McHale.
McHale, out.
Happy birthday, Skipper-san.
Oh, thank you.
handle, Skip.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Hey! All right, everybody, for he's a jolly good skipper, one course and spit out the harmony.
For he's a jolly good skipper, for he's a jolly good skipper, for he's a jolly good skipper, which nobody can deny.
Seriously, gang, I would like to say that of all the birthdays I've ever had, this one's the best. I give you a toast to the finest crew in any man's navy, the men of PT 73.
Hold it, Skip. Would you mind toasting us separately? That way we get more drinks.
Cheers, man, cheers.
I like to say happy birthday, too, like we do in the islands.
Oh.
This means long life. And this means much happiness. And this means many happy returns.
Stand back, Chuck. I just got this thing going. Hi, Captain. Oh, Captain Binghamton.
Oh, don't bother to come to attention, Commander. Just let go of Tondaleo. Oh. Would you excuse us? You must have some friends of your own.
But now, wait a minute, sir. I know this must look pretty bad, but, well, now, there's a perfectly logical explanation. You see, the skipper and the girl were, they had... When's the court-martial?
Now, wait a minute, Chuck. There's no panic here. Look, the boys are throwing me a birthday party, so there's nothing in the book against that, is there, sir?
No, but there are regulations, McHale, against raiding the officers' club. Oh, my private stock. Nurses off limits, the native girl off limits, you off limits with the native girl.
All right, sir, all right. So you call us on a couple of technical fouls. As for the refreshments, why, you can put it on my tab at the officers' club.
That's not what riles me, McHale. The thing that hurts me, the thing that cuts me right down deep where I live is... Why didn't you invite me to your birthday party?
What'd you say, sir?
I said, why didn't you invite me to your birthday party, Quentin?
Quentin?
Oh, I realize that I'm your commanding officer, but there is no reason, after all, when the day's work is done, why we can't be friends, is there, buddy boy?
The captain's flipped.
Hey, you sick or something, Captain? You sure you feel all right?
Oh, I never felt better in my life. Bartender, do your duty here.
Yes, sir. As soon as I get rid of these empties.
That's the stuff. Let's have fun. Elroy, looks like we're going to run a little short here. Bring a case from the base. Case from the base. I'll get the good stuff, the stuff I have locked in the safe.
Champagne, sir, but you were saving that for VJ Day.
It's Commander McHale's birthday, and the best is none too good. Oh, Carpenter. We should have a birthday present for my old friend here. Excuse me, Quinn.
Very good, sir. Excuse me.
All right, let's liven things up here. Hey, Larry, start that music. Let's go here. Which one of you lovely ladies does the jitterbug? I feel very loose tonight.
Captain, before you get too loose, sir, I think you ought to have a little talk.
Oh, certainly. Anything you say, Quentin. You keep your motor running. I'll be right back.
Right here, sir.
What's on your mind, old pal?
Well, sir, it's the new you, sir.
You notice?
Yes. Not that I don't appreciate you burying the hatchet, sir. But I'm kind of shook up, you know what I mean? What's the angle, Captain?
Angle?
Yes, sir.
Does a simple seafaring man have to have an angle?
A simple seafaring man? No. But you, sir? Well... Come on now, Captain. What's all this sudden sweetness and light?
All right. I'll turn up my whole card. You're right, I do have an angle. I want you to do me a favor.
I knew there was a catch to it. What is it this time, sir? Suicide mission in Tokyo Bay?
Oh, no, McHale, it's nothing like that. That's all in the past.
Yes.
I need your help.
Oh, yes.
You see, I'm up for another stripe. Huh?
Commodore?
Naval personnel in Washington are sending out their Captain Wilson to check me out. Now, let's face it, Quint. If he get a load of this operation that you're running here, well, he wouldn't recommend me for Commodore in the Japanese Navy.
I'm beginning to read you, Captain, yes.
Wally.
Wally.
I know it's asking a lot, Quint, but you have a stake in this, too. You see, if I get this promotion, I'll move on up and out to Comfleet. Your big chance to get rid of me.
Oh, in other words, if we shape up, you ship out. You got a deal, Wally. It's the least I could do for an old buddy. Now, let's get this party swinging. Now we really got something to celebrate.
Hey! Come on, quick, let's go! Let's go, baby! Come on, Captain Boy! Oh, boy!
Excuse me, sir.
Can't you see I've got a thing going here? What do you want? Oh, you're back. Excuse me, my dear. You go and rest up now. You brought the thing. Oh, yeah. May I have your attention, everybody? Attention. I want to take this opportunity to give our guest of honor here a little token of my personal esteem. Quentin. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, you better put it in a bucket of water first, Skip.
Oh, Captain. Oh, Captain, you shouldn't have. This is what I've always wanted. So, look, fellas, look what the captain gave me.
All right, Glee Club, front and center. For he's a jolly good Commodore, and let's really hear it.
Yeah.
For he's a jolly Commodore. For he's a jolly good Commodore. Which nobody can deny.
It's a wonderful party, sir. It's just wonderful. Excuse me, sir. I must have got hold of a bad radish someplace.
Oh, knock it off, Carpenter. They don't put radishes in martinis. Don't apologize for having a good time. I know I certainly did.
You know, sir, I don't understand one thing. What was that talk of Commodore? What do you mean by the Commodore business?
I told McHale that Captain Wilson is coming out here to check me out for promotion.
Check you out, sir? But I thought you told me he was coming here to check out McHale for some stateside job at the PT training school.
That's right, you numbskull.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If McHale knew that, he'd go to any lengths to keep from being shipped out of here, right?
Very good, sir. That's absolutely brilliant. You mean he thinks that he's getting rid of you and all the time you're getting rid of him? Oh, that's wonderful, sir.
Yes, and you may be next. Finally gonna get rid of McHale. When I write my memoirs, this will go down as Binghamton's finest hour.
Hey, how's it going, Chuck?
Huh? Oh, Skip, yeah. Work party on schedule, sir.
Well, as they say in the Navy, if it moves, salute it. If it doesn't, paint it, boys. Hey, the captains can't say we're not cooperating now, boys.
Oh, you bet, Skip. Anything to get rid of old lead bottom.
Hey, Groove! What do you think you're doing?
Making a supreme sacrifice. Pouring out the batch of beer I was brewing the depth charges. It's almost ripe, too.
McHale's Island. The only place in the world where the tide comes in with a head on it.
Ahoy there.
Oh! Morning, Captain.
Good morning, Quentin. Morning, boys.
Good morning, Captain.
Just dropped by to see how Operation Cleanup was progressing.
Ah, well, we're almost finished, sir. Yes, sir. The boys have really been working up a sweat for you, sir.
Oh, fine, fine. You got a nice hot day for it, too, don't
yes,
they?
sir.
Well, Captain Wilson will be here tomorrow morning. Do you suppose this paint job will be finished?
Oh, yes, sir. It dries almost instantly. We put some alcohol in it. We swipe from the base hospital. So boy, it sure is a scorcher. Here, allow me, sir. I'll wipe. Here, wipe your windshield, sir.
I mean, that won't be necessary, Ensign. Thank you.
Captain, why don't you come along with me, sir? I want to show you what we've done over here. When the brass sees this, sir, they'll jump Commodore and promote you right up to Admiral, sir.
Oh, thank you. You don't know how much this means to me, Quentin.
Or to us, Wally.
Wait a minute, Wally. Forgot your cap.
Why, you couldn't help that, could you? I was just an accident. That could happen to anybody, couldn't it? Don't give it another thought now, Ensign. Goodbye, boys.
Goodbye, Captain. Right this way, sir. Hey, shut! Quartermaster, pipe the captain aboard.
Captain Wilson, may I present my prize crew and their crack skipper, Lieutenant Commander Quentin McHale.
Glad to know you, McHale.
How do you do, sir? And may I introduce my executive officer, Ensign Parker, sir?
Mr. Parker?
Shall we proceed with the inspection, sir? Watch step, sir.
Yes, sir, McHale, I'd have to give you 4-0 on that engine room. Your boat's as immaculate below deck as she is topside.
Well, that's McHale for you. Runs the tautest ship in the flotilla.
Well, I simply follow the high standards you've set, sir.
Don't be so modest. You should have seen his men when they reported here, Captain. They were raw, sloppy, untrained. McHale, he molded them into a precision unit. I tell you, he's a born instructor.
Oh, you're too generous, sir. Why, he's the driving force around here, sir. Why, he couldn't get more out of his men, sir, if he were a Commodore.
Shall we proceed with the inspection, Captain?
Yes.
Don't be so modest, and that's an order.
Well, I must say, Binghamton, you certainly right with your men. Usually it's a picture of the president, or at least Gypsy Rose Lee.
I didn't know that was there. I guess the men couldn't find any other place for it.
Oh, no, sir. On the contrary. The men wanted it here as an inspiration, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, time to change the flowers.
Oh, go right ahead. Hurry up. Well, shall we move along, sir?
Perhaps we should. Yes, sir, McHale, I'm really impressed. This operation you're running here is as efficient as any base in the Pacific.
Well, I'm afraid I can't take any credit for that, sir. All I do is follow the procedures set up by Captain Binghamton at the main base.
I'm rather curious about that. Why are these men stationed here on a separate island?
How are they on there? Well, as I told you, Captain, this is my prize crew, and I like to keep them separated so that nothing will interfere with Commander McHale's unique training method.
Ah, there he goes again, sir, hiding his light under a bushel. Actually, I'm just a bumbling old tramp steamer man. Captain Binghamton here is the tactical genius, sir.
Here, here.
Quiet.
Why, he maneuvers his little flotilla of PT boats like Admiral Halsey operates the Pacific Fleet.
Yes, sir. Born leader, our captain. Let's hear it for Captain Binghamton. Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray! Belay that.
Belay it. Let's hear it for Commander McHale.
Well, he's just a bumbling old tramp steamer man, sir.
That's right, sir.
Let's
save the cheering for later, huh? First, I'd like to see this prize crew of yours in action, Captain.
Oh, yeah, can do. I'm sending McHale on a special reconnaissance patrol tomorrow morning. You can go with him.
Oh, fine. That'll be just great. Oh, McHale, drop by the Officers Club. I'll buy you a drink.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
McHale, stop building me up like that. You think I put you up to it?
Well, I'm just trying to help you with the promotion, sir.
You do a good job on patrol tomorrow, and I'll get what I'm after.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bye-bye, sir. Bye.
Wow. So that's a McHale's whammy, huh?
Yeah. How do you like it?
Mister, that's got more authority than the Secretary of the Navy. What's in it?
Well, we sort of make do with what's handy, you know. When we run out of hospital alcohol, why, we use that old reliable torpedo juice.
That sounds like a drink we get in a little bar back in Norfolk.
Oh?
They call it the death charge. Remind me to give you the address. You can try it when you're back there next month.
What do you mean when I'm back there next month?
Yeah, boy. I told you this drink had authority. Well, McHale, I promise to keep this on a QT, but as long as you know about it, I might as well tell you the whole story. You're up for stateside duty as an instructor at our PT training school.
Me?
That's right. Binghamton recommended you. And if you're half as efficient at sea tomorrow as you've been ashore, you got it made.
Captain Binghamton's idea, huh? Oh, he's that dirty. I said the glass is dirty, sir. Barkeep, come on, another round of whammies over here. Make mine a double. And that's right from the Navy brass, and that's the whole story.
Why, that double-crossing son of a seahorse.
He sure suckered us.
What kind of a war is Binghamton running? He gives us more trouble than the Japanese.
Hey, let's watch that.
Sorry, present company not included.
I guess that means the end of the old PT-73.
What are we gonna do, take this lying down, guys? There must be something we can do.
It's too late now. Captain Wilson gets a load of that skipper on the patrol tomorrow. We're really finished. Boy, it's just too bad that we're such tigers in action.
Hey, hold it, Chuck. I think you gave me an idea.
Boy, of all the miserable things... I have?
Yeah. Now, supposing I wasn't such a tiger on that patrol tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. Suppose we show that Captain Wilson what kind of slobs we can be if we really put our mind to it.
Now you read me, huh? Willie, do you think that you could dig up a phony sub on that sonar of yours tomorrow?
I can hear it pinging now.
Stand by for action, boys, because we can show that Navy brass that a nip sub isn't the only one that can take a dive.
It's good to be at sea again, Commander. Think we'll see any action today?
Action?
Well, there are some enemy ships in these waters.
Oh, I hope not.
All right, I'll take over now, Mac.
Oh, well,
what's the course?
160, I think.
160? Hey, you better watch it, kid. 160 will take us right in the middle of Guadalcanal.
Oh, no kidding. Gee, I must have picked up the wrong chart again.
I'll take it.
Contact on sonar, sir. Enemy sub bank 200.
How about a sub?
Hey, guys, Willie picked up a Japanese sub. Check your watches. Who's got it? Who's got the lucky number? 0910.
Well, what do you know? I won again.
What the devil's going on here, McHale? What is all this?
I just won a ship's pool, sir.
On the Japanese sub. You better do something about that.
Oh, well, yes, you're so right, sir. All right, turn around fast and head for home.
Relay that, Ensign. Look, I realize I'm only an observer here, but you can't mean that you're going to turn tail and run without firing a shot.
I guess it would look kind of chintzy at that. Torpedo man, fire one!
Are you kidding? The tube's rusted. I told you to get it fixed.
What is all this nonsense anyway? You don't fire torpedoes at a sub when it's still submerged?
Oh? Well, we do it all the time. Gee, no wonder we keep missing.
Closing fast, sir.
Oh, my goodness, where? Where is it? Where?
There it is. I see the periscope.
Periscope where?
Dead ahead. See it?
Oh, good heavens! Oh, well, do do something, fellas.
Well, listen, how about setting off a depth charge?
Yes, how about that? Set off the depth charge, yes.
What depth setting, sir?
Oh, details, always details. Fire!
Son, back there, it's up ahead, you blundering nitwit.
Oh, that does it. I can't go on. I can't. It's no use. I haven't got but a chance.
Steady on, sir. You can't give up now.
The men need you. For heaven's sakes, McHale, pull yourself together.
I can't turn it.
He'll be all right as soon as he has his cup of hot cocoa.
We lost contact with that sub, sir. Guess they didn't spot us.
Very good, Sparks.
Just can't believe it. Man with McHale's brilliant record cracking up like that.
Boy, what a performance. I can hear you way down here. I really pulled out all the stops on that one. That ought to put a zinger in Binghamton's little scheme.
Hey, Skip! I got a real contact, a sub, and it's coming in fast.
Oh, no!
Skip, what are we gonna do?
Well, I don't know. Oh, what a spot. Look, if we sink that sub, I'm sunk. Oh, you miserable, conniving bilge rat. You're the one that got me into this. Oh, Doug. Hey, now, wait a minute. You're gonna get me out of it, too, buddy.
What's the pitch, Skip?
Hey, pass the word around. We got a hot one. Come on. Willie, go on over to that sonar and keep singing it out to the bridge, buddy. Go on. Oh, you captain, you. Come with me.
Mr. Parker, I got a new contact. Enemy sub bearing 107.
Knock it off, Willie. We already did that bit.
You don't understand. We've got to fail.
Aren't you men gonna do something? Somebody, anybody! McHale!
I'll take over, Mr. Parker. I've pulled myself together, thanks to Captain Binghamton here. Hold it, sir. Hold it steady!
What the devil is it?
You've always been my inspiration. Taught me everything I know. I should have thought of this before. With you at my side, sir, why, I can conquer anything. Anything, right, sir? Right. All hands to quarters! Willie, give me a bearing on that sub.
Getting a 107, sir.
107. What, sir? What? Yes, sir. Come to 214. Come to 214. We'll intercept the enemy.
Somebody must have spiked his cocoa.
Quiet! You're interrupting Captain Binghamton. What, sir? Yes, sir. All right, give me the estimated range.
1,000 yards in closing.
1,000 yards. Yes, sir. Yes, I heard. Yes, sir. Set the depth charges at 50 feet.
Intercept mate, sir. We passed right over his tail.
This one is for you, Captain Binghamton, sir. You've earned it. You've earned it, sir. Fire the charges!
Hey, we scored a hit! Hey, we got him!
The nips are coming up on deck!
Good work, McHale.
No, don't thank me, sir. Thank the captain. Without you, we couldn't have done it, Captain Binghamton, sir.
It was a real one.
But after all, he did capture the sub, didn't he? He did bring his crew in, the whole bunch as prisoners, didn't he?
Yeah, after putting me through a nightmare. So for a while there, McHale almost had me believing his act.
And you're not going to send him back to the States?
Come on, Binghamton, don't be a pea-brain. Any man who'd go to all that trouble to stay in action is a lot more valuable on a PT boat than he'd ever be behind a desk. Good day, sir.
There must be a way. Tell me there's a way.
Captain Binghamton, Commander McHale just left this for you, sir.
Oh, sent my picture back, did he? All right, all right.
Excuse me, sir. Shall I autograph it for the Commodore?
Every crew had disembarked, scattering through the bustling streets. desperately searching for the mysterious girl with the heart-shaped birthmark. You'd think he suspects anything? Skip. Chester O'Malley asked Finn. Finn merely shook his head. Look, who's got time to worry about that? We've got real problems, like trying to find that money before Piffle Pratt arrives. We have a few hours, maximum. Penny Parker sighed. Yes, sure. But Allah, stop beating your gums and start pounding the pavement. Chester gave us a clue. Let's go out and find that girl before we are all court-martialed. Perk Willoughby, ever pessimistic, mumbled. Skip, do you really think we have a chance? It's a vast city. 1,000 women, a faint stench. That birthmark is on her ankle. This could have been embarrassing. Skip. Excuse me, ma'am. Pardon what? Gruber, in character, approached a woman, his eyes scanning her ankle. Put the ball down. She is under the bench. Chester O'Malley then spotted an old, crusty street vendor. Uncle Dave. Uncle Dave. Get out. Get out. Get out. Hey, Gruber. Gruber. How'd you do? How'd you do? Gruber shook his head, looking dejected. Not a birthmark on sight. Skip. How about you? Still sniffling in 3 hours, Perk Willoughby said, rubbing his nose. Somebody's chasing you. Skip. Yeah, but I think I got away, Finn replied, panting slightly. What was she ever mad at? I got pulled by a big freckle. Hey, where is your gun and gun belt? He realized he'd left it in a moment of hasty retreat. The serial number is on the legs. The women giggled as Gruber, adopting a French accent, awkwardly peered under their table. Aiden, Paris. So sorry, ladies. What did we say in America? You cannot win them all. Chester, seeing Gruber's success, grinned. Hey, that looks pretty easy. I'll get the other table. He then approached another table, charmingly. Meanwhile, Admiral Pifflepratt and Rusty Carpenter had arrived in Port Nouvelle. Pifflepratt, grim and determined, surveyed the busy harbor. Sir, it's just as you expected, Rusty reported. Not a sign of Commander O'Malley or any of his crew. Pifflepratt's eyes gleamed with triumphant malice. Rusty, looking genuinely distraught, nodded. Oh, sir, it's just awful. Now we're going to get these highwaymen dead or alive. Let's move out to the jailhouse, Carpenter, and no more stalling. Sir, are you sure there wasn't a reversal of the plot? Rusty whispered nervously. So we've got to spread out now and keep looking for that girl. The search for the girl with the birthmark continued with frantic desperation. Finn O'Malley and his crew scattered through the bustling marketplace of Port Nouvelle, their eyes darting over every ankle in sight. Well, don't worry, Skip, Chester O'Malley called out, always the optimist. I got a feeling our luck's going to change. My gut tells me she's around here somewhere. Finn groaned. Well, I sure hope so, Chester, because if it doesn't... Oh, little Chester, I'll say it's changing from bad to worse. Take a look. He pointed towards an approaching figure. It was Admiral Pifflepratt, accompanied by a grim-faced Rusty Carpenter. They were making their way through the crowd, clearly on a mission to hunt down Finn and his crew. What's he doing in Port Nouvelle? Chester whispered, horrified. I don't know, Finn hissed. Oh boy. If he spots us before we find that money, it'll really be bread and water time. Come on, quick, let's go, let's go. He tried to usher his crew into a nearby alley. Not a bad morning's work. But I think we have some very generous allies. Viva l'allié. Pifflepratt's eyes narrowed as he overheard this. Suddenly, a woman with a distinctive heart-shaped birthmark on her ankle walked by, carrying a canvas bag. The woman shrieked, dropped the bag, and ran. The shadowy figure who had stolen the paywall earlier then appeared. Quick, get out of here. You're under arrest. Open this door. Finn O'Malley and his crew chased the thief through the bustling Port Nouvelle marketplace, dodging stalls and weaving through crowds. Pifflepratt and Rusty, having witnessed the initial chaos, were hot on their heels. You hide yourself. I'll meet you later. We gotta catch him before Pifflepratt catches us. I want that pirate, dead or alive. Finn O'Malley and Penny Parker, having lost sight of the thief in the crowded market, converged on Chester O'Malley, who was panting heavily. Did you see him? Chester pointed vaguely. Well, I think he went that way. Come on, we have to find that money. Suddenly, Pifflepratt and Rusty Carpenter burst into the clearing. Pifflepratt, seeing Finn and his crew, bellowed triumphantly. If he makes a move, shoot him for holding Navy funds hostage. Finn O'Malley, seeing the trap, raised his hands. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're making a mistake. Admiral Pifflepratt snarled. Get off of me, O'Malley. I've got the crew right here. You. All of you. All right, Commander Carpenter. They're your prisoners, and I'm just the same. Oh, we've got you. This time. Finn O'Malley took a deep breath. Sir, you got a lot to explain. You see, there's this girl with a birthmark on her ankle who knew about... Pifflepratt cut him off. Oh, yeah, sorry, O'Malley. I've got you this time. There's not going to be any excuses. Nothing is going to save you. Nothing. You are finished. Just then, a cry echoed through the air. Hey, Nip Zero, coming in at 6 o'clock. Multiple targets. A Japanese fighter plane suddenly swooped low over the marketplace, dropping a bomb that exploded with a deafening roar near the dock. Panic erupted. Take cover, boys, Finn yelled. Come on, get out of here. Pifflepratt shrieked. There they are. They're just there. Keep coming. Don't let them get away. That guy that has his trap. No way to shoot back. We're out with you. Chester O'Malley, oblivious, had climbed atop a forgotten artillery piece, attempting to load it. Yes, it does, Chester shouted. All you gotta do is light the fuse. See, he lit the fuse with a match. The antique cannon boomed, firing a shell that, by sheer dumb luck, hit the Japanese Zero squarely, sending it tumbling in a fiery wreck into the ocean. Chester O'Malley stood proudly atop his ancient cannon, a grin on his face. Admiral Pifflepratt still trembling from the near-death experience. Everybody okay? Finn asked, surveying his crew. Yes, sir, they called. Pifflepratt, slowly recovering his bluster, began. And if you think that heroic stunt with that ridiculous cannon is going to do. Palm trees, with their fronds like hastily constructed grass skirts, swayed languidly in the humid breeze, offering scant relief. It was less a tropical paradise and more a slow-motion descent into madness. Each bead of sweat that trickled down his florid neck felt like a bead of doom. He thumped a fleshy fist on the battered oak desk, causing a loose stack of requisitions to scatter like frightened quail. Garter belts. Ensign. Garter belts. You are the supply officer here, are you not? Pipkin Whiffle, a young man whose general demeanor suggested a perpetually startled otter, gulped. His crisp white uniform, usually immaculate. Indeed, the Commodore's face, already puce with irritation, seemed to deepen in hue, a shade akin to an overripe plum. What a war, Ensign. Possessing the charisma of a slightly damp biscuit. Sir, Commodore. Elroy's voice was a reedy murmur, laced with a familiar tremor of dread. I just got a message, sir, from a pal of mine at Grand Command Post. A very pressing message, sir. Commodore Boffington glared. Well, out with it. Fibs. Spit it out. Man, don't chew on the words like they're still hot. Admiral Ironside. Sir, Elroy blurted, barely able to contain the tremble. The pronouncement hung in the air, thick and menacing, like a freshly unleashed cloud of malarial mosquitoes. The silence was so profound that even the distant, incessant squawking of parrots seemed to cease. Oh, no! Ironside! Admiral, Ironside is coming here. He slammed his hand back on the desk, the scattered papers doing another nervous ballet. That's all I need. That old bloodhound nosing around, sniffing out every speck of lint and every misplaced paperclip. Do you, either of you, realize what a mess this place is in? Hello, can you hear me? Ensign who can't supply garter belts, and lieutenant who delivers pronouncements of doom. Just then, the clunky bakelite phone on his desk, an antique relic from some forgotten era, began to shriek, slicing through the tension. Boffington snatched it up as if it were a venomous snake. Who did you expect to find in my office? He paused, listening for a moment, his face twitching. My stomach acid could start a motor launch, sir. You know how they always give you indigestion. Sir, please. No one would truly understand the depths of my torment. Wait a minute, he murmured, the words dripping with sudden, ominous realization. Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. An acting base commander would certainly be required in such a dire circumstance. Sir. He straightened, his chest swelling with self-importance, fully expecting Elroy to laud his courage and sacrifice. Instead, Elroy, whose loyalty was often a weapon in Buffington's opponent's hands, blurted out, "Not Commander Quentin Squid Kelsul, sir. Nini McHale's, sir. With Kelsul and his cutthroats in charge of Coral Key Atoll, they will run wild and destroy themselves right in front of the Admiral. It'll be an unmitigated disaster, sir. Truly a spectacle." Buffington, who had been preening, deflated with a hiss, his face momentarily contorted in a silent scream of disbelief. His scheme, his beautifully terrible scheme, suddenly coalesced around this accidental truth. A new, even more diabolical glint entered his eyes. Destroy themselves, right in front of Admiral Ironside. Oh, the sheer, unadulterated brilliance of it. It was so awful, so perfectly Buffington-esque in its vindictiveness, that it was truly sublime. He coughed dramatically, a dry, rattling sound that sounded more like a choked pigeon than a human ailment. Elroy Phibbs, a man whose perception of illness was largely informed by melodramatic Victorian novels, gasped dramatically. "Yes, sir. Terribly sick, Commodore." "Why, you're as pale as a sea slug, sir. Don't you think you'd better call the medic? Right away, sir. Before you turn completely green, sir. Right away, sir." Buffington barked, pleased with the efficacy of his charade. "Dr. Blim! Dr. Blim! It's Commodore Buffington! Hurry! He's not well. Quick! On the double." He crumpled theatrically into his chair, groaning. "Ensign Whiffle, sir," he whimpered, his voice now a mere thread. "I think I'm going to pay." Pipkin Whiffle, ever littler-minded and still smarting from the garter belt fiasco, jumped forward. "Oh, sir, you're going to pay." He fumbled for his wallet. "Sir, you didn't say to catch you." The Commodore, who had been halfway through a graceful, dramatic slump to the floor, now listed dangerously, caught mid-collapse by Pipkin's ill-timed literalism. He gave a strangled yelp. "You're a stupid no," Buffington shrieked, struggling to right himself. "Thanks, Ensign. Ensign. Thank you, sir. Good old sir." He managed to regain his footing, panting slightly. Just then, the ever-alert Elroy burst back into the office, his eyes wide. "Oh, sir, it's Commander He's coming up the path, sir. This is going to be one of the happiest illnesses of my life, Lieutenant. A triumphant malady, you might say. The most productive sick leave in naval history." He fluttered a hand weakly. "Right now, I believe I need to compose myself for my next bout of suffering." Barely a minute later, the office door, never quite repaired from its myriad previous abuses, swung open to reveal Commander Quentin Squid Kelsul. He was a man whose rugged roguish charm was inversely proportional to his respect for naval regulations. His dark hair was perpetually his uniform perpetually a shade less crisp than mandated, and his grin, a perpetual signifier of impending mischief. Trailing behind him were his equally disreputable crew from Torpedo Tube 73. "Oh, hi!" Captain Kelsul drawled, leaning against the doorframe, chewing on a stalk of long grass. His eyes, keen and intelligent despite their casual appearance, immediately noted the Commodore's rather suspicious lack of visible symptoms. "What's wrong, sir?" "Heard you were looking a bit under the weather, as it were. It's taking a lot of tests. You see, a great many highly specialized and complex diagnostic procedures. I haven't got any answers yet. Confound it. All I know right now is that I'm in truly bad shape. A shocking, unprecedented state of disrepair. It feels as if my internal organs are attempting to form a marching band, and not a harmonious one at that." He let out another exaggerated wheeze, his face contorting into a mask of pure, self-pitying anguish. "Yes, sir," Kelsul said, a flicker of amusement in his eyes that only a man of his brazen disposition would dare allow. He stepped forward. "Here, I'll do it for you, Commodore. Always happy to assist a fellow sailor in distress." He reached down with surprising force, yanking Buffington's head up by the collar, as if he were hoisting a sack of potatoes. "He asked me to do it," Pipkin Whiffle, observing from the side, quickly justified Kelsul's actions to no one in particular, sensing potential blame. "Wait a minute. Put it down. Put it down. You oaf. Push it down. Push it down. Not like that. You put it down on the road. I got it. Can I break right back?" He choked, frantically swatting at Kelsul's hands. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute," Lieutenant Phibbs interjected, ever eager to mediate, though never effected. "Commander Kelsul was just trying to make you comfortable. After all, you know how concerned we are about you, Commodore. Utterly, agonizingly concerned for your precious work. Kelso, maintaining an innocent facade, withdrew his hands. Oh, yes, sir. Take it easy, Captain. Remember how very, very sick you are, sir. His tone was laced with an almost imperceptible hint of sarcastic compassion. Gee, I'm sorry, sir, Elroy Phibbs added, realizing his error and fumbling with Boffington's collar. I thought it was in neutral. Boffington, having finally wrenched his head free, rubbed his neck gingerly, shooting a venomous glare at Kelso. Here, I got it, he snapped. That's all. You menace. You insufferable vagabond. He paused, remembering his script. Phibbs is right, Kelso. Dangerously unwell. In fact, at death's door, with a particularly drafty hinge. Yes, sir, Kelso replied, still chewing his grass. His gaze flickered to the medical instruments scattered on Boffington's desk. The stethoscope draped artfully over a requisition form. The blood pressure cuff coiled like a resting snake. I'm away. I'm going to have to appoint an acting base commander. He leaned back, the image of suffering incarnate. Kelso's brow furrowed, a genuine flicker of concern for his ailing superior mixing with a familiar aversion to desk duty. Well, I understand, sir, he said, surprising Boffington. And you can rest assured that my boys and I will give Lieutenant Phibbs all the help we can. Boffington blinked, his meticulously laid trap suddenly veering off course. Phibbs, no, he spluttered, momentarily, forgetting his feigned illness and sitting upright. He's a boob. An utter, incompetent, bureaucratic boob. Yes, Lieutenant Phibbs is a boob. He hastily reverted to his suffering persona. I'm appointing you the acting base commander. The casual declaration hit Kelso like a stray torpedo. His jaw dropped, the stalk of grass falling unheeded from his lips. Me. Oh, come on, Captain, you must be kidding. He stared at Boffington with a mixture of disbelief and genuine alarm. Kelso commanded a PT boat. He did not command bases. He thrived in the glorious chaos of the open sea, not the benumbing order of administration. Commodore Boffington, a gleeful fiend unleashed, leaned in close, his eyes twinkling with mischievous delight. Kelso, take a good look at me. He gestured wildly at his own theatrically haggard face. Do I look like a man who's kidding? Do I look like I'm in any state to concoct trivial jests while contemplating my own naval mortality? Kelso stared for a long moment, scanning Boffington's face for any tell, any crack in the fuckadet. No, sir, he conceded slowly. But then, a flash of his usual audacity returned. He straightened, squaring his shoulders. But take a good look at me, sir. He gestured down at his slightly rumpled uniform, then up at his perpetually wind-blown hair. The very notion was preposterous. From behind Kelso, Ensign Whiffle, struggling to keep a straight face, muttered under his breath to crewman Chuckle Higgins. He's got you there, Wally. Commodore Boffington, ignoring the insolence, waved a dismissive hand. No, Sida. No. Easy does it, sir. He paused dramatically, allowing the weight of the command to settle on Kelso's unwilling shoulders. Now, look, I'm a saltwater skipper, sir. I'd be no good behind a desk. My natural habitat is the sea, the smell of diesel, the spray of the waves, the thrill of the hunt. Not this oppressive, documented dungeon of despair. Kelso Boffington stated, his voice softening with an uncharacteristic concern. I wouldn't think of asking you to take on a big assignment like this without some help. No, that would be truly unfair. So, I'm appointing Ensign Whiffle here, acting executive officer. Pipkin Whiffle, whose primary contribution to naval service had so far been losing garter belts and assisting in the physical assault of his superior, stiffened in shock. His eyes widened, his jaw unhinged. He stared at Boffington, then at Kelso, then at his own trembling hands. Oh boy, did you hear that, Skipper? Ensign Whiffle blurted out, a wide, delirious grin spreading across his face, a mixture of disbelief and sudden, heady ambition. Thanks, Captain. You'll never regret this. I shall be the most diligent, most organized, most efficient acting executive officer Coral Kiatal has ever known. My reign shall be one of unprecedented administrative order. I know, Boffington mumbled, already mentally calculating the chaos he was about to unleash. He reached into a drawer and pulled out a heavy, leather-bound book, its pages dog-eared and stained with what appeared to be dried coffee in desperation. Here you are, Council. The base command manual, a veritable tome of rules and regulations. Every single, excruciating detail of running this godforsaken sandpit, right at your fingertips. Kelsall took the book, its weight feeling like a tangible burden. Yes, sir. Now, you go over to my office, which, for the moment, is your office. And you take command, this minute. That's an order. The admiral is due any moment. And I require a truly impressive welcoming committee. Boffington's eyes gleamed, barely concealing his wicked satisfaction. Oh, but, Captain Kelsall started, already picturing the mountainous paperwork. Ow, 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 man. Boffington waved his hand dismissively. Be gone. Go forth and flounder. It's going to be a glorious shipwreck of command. I just know it. Kelsall, with a groan that seemed to resonate with the very soul of the reluctant officer, turned to leave. Just as he reached the door, Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs, forever the harbinger of bad news, sidled up to him. Oh, just a minute, Lieutenant, Phibbs said, a slight nervous titter escaping him. Just a minute, just a minute. He peered at Kelsall, who now stood with a monumental and utterly unwanted burden on his shoulders. Your acting base commander. Yeah, Chief, the sinks are still plugged up, and the ratings rendezvous hall as well. Let's just say it's not smelling of roses, sir. Kelsall stared at the hapless Phibbs, his head already spinning with the magnitude of his sudden, unwelcome promotion. This new piece of information was like a mosquito bite on a freshly amputated limb. Well, what do you want from me, Phibbs? A get-well card for the drains, perhaps a floral arrangement to commemorate their inability to function. Before Phibbs could reply, the battered Bakelite phone, an instrument of torture in Boffington's hands, began to shrill once more. Kelsall snatched it up with a sigh of profound weariness. Hold it, Chief. Hold it. Can't you see I'm on the phone? He paused, listening. Yeah, I know, Skipper, but his eyes widened as his crewman, Petty Officer Gus Grumbles, a man whose brawn often outweighed his brain, suddenly appeared at his elbow, holding a peculiar bundle of elastic and lace. Well, what do you got there, Gus? Kelsall asked, momentarily distracted. Gus, ever earnest, scratched his head. Well, Skipper, it looks like a bunch of slingshots. I think we'll run out of ammo faster than we thought, if these are our only projectiles. Kelsall's jaw dropped as a horrifying realization dawned on him. He grabbed the elastic bundle. Those are the garter belts, Gus. The infernal garter belts. My God. The very instruments of Ensign Whiffle's humiliation. He quickly covered the phone's mouthpiece, trying to shout, Good news, sir! We found the garter belts! The missing garter belts, sir. The ones of legendary mystery. He winced, realizing the incongruity of yelling such information into a phone to someone. He brought the receiver back to his ear. Oh, I'm sorry. Chief, I'm sorry. Oh, hold on, Lieutenant. Yeah, we found those items. Yes, I'll have them sent right away. Yes, ma'am, you're welcome. You're welcome. Higgins, get those garter belts over to the nurse's quarters right away. With you, on the double. As Higgins snatched the bundle and dashed off, Kelsall turned to Lieutenant Phibbs, the very picture of exasperation. Now, Chief, have you thought about he gestured vaguely at the plumbing crisis? The phone shrieked again, interrupting him. Get the phone! Will you, Higgins? Higgins, get the phone. Higgins, still fumbling with the garter belts, looked back, confused. Kelsall, gritting his teeth, snagged the phone himself. Acting Executive Officer Whiffle here, Pipkin Whiffle announced, suddenly taking the initiative and seizing the receiver with a surprisingly firm grip. He spoke with a newfound, if entirely unjustified, authority. What is it? What? He listened intently, his expression shifting from eager to utterly dumbfounded. Right? That's right. I authorize building for the Seabees and Naval Air Repair Battalion, right? It is. Skipper, did you know the Naval Air Repair Battalion compound was in the middle of the rifle range? Kelsall clapped a hand to his forehead. No. No. Well, tell the Seabees to keep their heads down. Tell them to crouch like crabs in the sand. I'll watch the problems here myself. He wrested the phone from Pipkin's hand. Kelsall here. What? On the radar. Well, track it, and give me a positive identification. Is it a flock of indignant seagulls or something a touch more menacing? Yeah, Roger. Roger, Hanson. Roger, and make sure it's not one of Boffington's stray homing pigeons. He hung up, breathing a shaky sigh. Now, what is it, what? He asked, already bracing for the next administrative calamity. Hi, Skipper. The door opened again, revealing Seaman Willie the Whale Wiggins, a rotund and perpetually cheerful member of Kelsel's crew, whose girth was matched only by his boundless optimism. I just wanted to congratulate you on your new job, sir. Everyone back on the boat is buzzing about it. Kelsel slammed a hand on the desk, rattling everything again. And will you keep it down? Will you? Can't you see, we're trying to conduct important business here. Business of the utmost earth-shattering importance. Mind you. He grabbed the phone as it shrieked once more. Right, Lieutenant. Affirmative. Yeah. Your garter belts are on the way. Perhaps by carrier pigeon. Perhaps by hand. Who knows? Willie, completely unfazed, leaned closer. Skip, the boys are not willing to ask your permission to throw a little shindig tonight. A celebration, as it were, to toast your sudden rise to power. Kelsal, his head spinning, heard only shindig and celebration. He exclaimed, slamming the receiver back down. That's what we need around here is a little action, Willie. Some liveliness. This place is stifling with Boffington's bureaucratic ennui. Willie's face lit up. I knew you'd say that, Skip, and we can rake in a pile of dough. Kelsel's temper, frayed by the unrelenting cascade of commands, abruptly snapped. You bird, can't you see we're busy? Shove off, will you? The admiral is practically on the runway, and I'm drowning in paperwork and misplaced intimate apparel. Get out. Willie, however, mistook the frustrated outburst for a triumphant roar. And we've got your okay, Skip? He asked, a hopeful grin plastered across his face. Kelsel, wanting nothing more than for Willie to disappear, waved a hand expansively. As far as I'm concerned, you tell those boys full speed ahead. A full, unbridled, joyous shindig, as you called it, complete with all the requisite revelry. Thanks a million, Skip. Willie beamed, saluting enthusiastically before turning and literally bounding out of the office. To the moon, Skip. Kelsel sighed, a deep bone-weary exhalation. Keep me posted. Then, Willie. Oh, I sure will. Willie's cheerful voice echoed back, already halfway down the path. Kelsel stared at the chaos surrounding him. The overflowing interest, the blinking phone, the vague reports of incoming threats. Okay, Chuck, we gotta scramble, boy. Torpedo tube 46 is hot on the tail of and it's not camouflaged with potato peels this time, I hope. The phone shrieked. Kelsal grabbed it again, his head starting to pound like a drummer in a forgotten battle. Hey, incidentally, what a group of one, he said to no one. Ooh, I don't know. I was busy with the supply list. For heaven's sake. Hello again, hello. Let's go, gypsies. Press up the storefront. We're in business, I tell you. He spoke into the phone, half listening, half shouting in exasperation. Meanwhile, back at Torpedo Tube 73's rustic berth, Willie was already in full swing, relaying the good news to the rest of the crew, who had gathered in a semicircle. Anticipation etched on their sun-baked faces. You mean that Skip said it's okay, Gus? Asked Petty Officer Gus Grumbles, his eyes wide as saucers. You bet, Gus, Willie crowed, puffing out his chest. His exact words were, and I quote, tell the boys, my orders are all ahead full. A full, unbridled, joyous shindig, complete with all the requisite revelry. Is that a base commander? Or is that a base commander? Men. A roar of approval went up from the motley crew. Well, let's not just stand around. Men, open up shop. One yelled, you got it. Another shouted, already scrambling to unleash the illicit entertainment they had secretly stashed. Come on, careful with the hoach. Good. Gus barked orders, his enthusiasm for an unregulated party far outweighing his typical military decorum. Come. You're all looking at me. Come on. Whoa. Seaman, Mike Beale, the group's resident tinkerer, clambered up with a ramshackle sound system. Well, let's go. Take those crumbs. Crewman Chuckle Higgins, already wrestling with a stack of brightly colored grass skirts, grinned. Yeah, me and my lawnmower. Let's go hang those girls, boys. He was referring, of course, to the decorative skirts, though his phrasing always managed to sound vaguely incriminating. All right, men, get your money ready, Willie shouted, already standing on a makeshift stage, addressing a burgeoning crowd of off-duty sailors and native islanders. The most fantastic wing fling of the year is about to start. Give us a little sample, girls. From behind a screen of palm fronds, a troupe of surprisingly professional-looking hula dancers, brought in through illicit means that no one ever dared question, began to sway. They were clearly a far cry from the nurses Boffington had worried about. That's enough. That's enough. That's too much, Willie yelled, though his wide grin suggested otherwise. Come right this way. Beautiful, beautiful. He watched, mesmerized, as the dancers shimmied their way onto the sand-swept stage. There they go, wiggling their way right into my appreciative gaze. Meanwhile, miles away, at the edge of Coral Key Atoll's single, short landing strip, a jeep careened to a halt, kicking up a plume of red dust. Commodore Boffington, now fully recovered from his illness, emerged, radiating smug satisfaction. Beside him, Lieutenant Phibbs scurried, looking as though he expected the sky to fall. He's on his way in, Elroy. Admiral Ironsides, Boffington declared, rubbing his hands together. His plane will touch down in a few minutes. So, good, good, good. Kelsel's reputation is as good as dead. Phibbs, lost to the annals of insubordination. Phibbs, still somewhat befuddled by the Commodore's rapid recovery, blinked. The lost boys of Torpedo Tube 73 didn't let me down. Elroy, well, sir, they turned Coral Key Atoll into a regular Roman orgy, complete with half-dressed girls and everything. A veritable den of iniquity, already in waiting for Admiral Ironside's critical eye. Boffington's grin widened to an almost maniacal degree. Oh, sir, may I go take a look? Elroy asked, his innocent curiosity piqued despite his usual aversion to Boffington whirled on him. Control yourself, Lieutenant. What's the matter with you? Man, have you no sense of professional restraint? Lieutenant Nurse Felicity Wilson should be arriving at Kelsel's quarters every minute now. Another nail in Kelsel's coffin. Phibbs, a most meticulously placed, gleaming nail, if I do say so myself. Back at the raucous shindig, chaos reigned. Torpedo Tube 73's usual haunt, a ramshackle shack on the beach, now served as the administrative hub for the impromptu festival. Crewman Chuck Higgins was busy rigging up a series of twinkling lights from a jury rig. Yeah, Chuck, have this sent over to maintenance, will you? Commander Kelsel called out, fumbling with a wrench. Oh, yeah, all right, Higgins replied, distracted by a new arrival. All sailor. I mean nurse. All right, pretty nice time to press what you have there. Lieutenant Nurse Felicity Wilson, a woman of impeccable military bearing and surprisingly robust constitution, stepped into the lantern-lit space. She looked around at the scene, the gyrating hula dances, the booming music, the copious amounts of illicit hoach, with an expression of polite bewilderment. Lieutenant Wilson, what are you doing here? Kelsel asked, genuinely surprised. Yeah, you're out of uniform. You should be on duty. Felicity Wilson offered a crisp, professional smile. Commodore Boffington thinks you've been working too hard, Commander Kelsel, and he sent me over to take you for a swim. A refreshing dip in the calming waters of the atoll, he specified. Kelsel stared at her. Boffington, worrying about his health, that, he knew, was as likely as a squid tap dancing the Macarena. Captain Boffington. Oh, come on. Honestly, the Commodore's very worried about your health. Commander, he sent me with the express purpose of ensuring your complete relaxation. That'll be the day. Kelsel snorted, instantly smelling a rat. Specifically, a fat, conniving, Horatio Boffington-shaped rat. There's some fishy going on around here, Lieutenant. Here, I will. He muttered, half to himself. Check, check, yeah, right, okay. Nice tip. No, no, no. Don't tell me. The color of the garter belts is all wrong. Just then, his radio man, who had been listening to a crackling receiver, suddenly stood rigid. No, it's nothing like that, Skipper. Admiral Ironside's plane just landed. He's on his way over here in a jeep. Sir, he's barreling down the path. The words sliced through Kelsel's frustration like a well-aimed torpedo. His blood ran cold. Oh, well, if that's all it is. Then he stopped, the realization hitting him with the force of a brick. Ironside is coming here. Oh no! His eyes widened in horror. You don't suppose there's a sneak inspection here, do you? Now I get it. That Boffington is all sitting pretty in that convalescent cove, and I'm left out here in a griddle, about to be He whirled on the bewildered Lieutenant Wilson. But, Commander, I don't understand. All the captain wanted to do was to set me up to be clobbered by the toughest admiral in the fleet, Kelso roared, snatching a broom and waving it menacingly. Girlie, we got work to do. You better get out of here and get out of that suit. Yeah, you better put something else on. You wouldn't want to see her out of here. He gestured vaguely at the swirling mass of humanity and impromptu festivity. Come on, we'll get this place a mess. We got work to do. Give me that book, Gus. The base command manual, the very manual of my impending doom. The scene was a whirlwind of frantic activity. The crew of Torpedo Tube 73, fueled by a mixture of panic and desperate loyalty, sprang into action. They were adept at creating chaos, but dismantling it on short notice was a far more challenging and altogether funnier. Willie the Whale Wiggins, always eager to lend his bulk to any physical task, attempted to shepherd the hula dancers away. Oh, come on, lady. I didn't know it like that in Ironside so well. The guy's throwing a party for him. Where is the good party? Come on. Have a call about your old face. Parole your buck. I need you. I'll tear him limb from limb. Come on. Dance with the hula hotshot. Wiggle your blues away. Parole your buck. Throw him off. Ooh, I skipped. Are you the first dancer in the house? Pick one out. Commander Kelso, meanwhile, was frantically attempting to restore some semblance of naval order, his face a mask of furious concentration. He ripped the cumbersome base command manual from Gus Grumble's hands, tossing it aside. Gruber, I'm going to turn you inside out for this. What do I do? Turn off that music. The party's over. Boys. Gus Grumbles, still blissfully unaware of the true gravity of the situation, looked crestfallen. In the office, you gave me a magic word. You said full speed ahead. Oh, I did. Huh, Kelso retorted, his voice rising in exasperation. Well, let me give you another magic word. Gus. Ironside, and he's on his way here right now to haul a blitz and Spectra. Boys, yeah, and to see all the skippers responsible for this spectacle of insubordination. Come on, let's move this stuff out of here, and fast. Fast. Let's go. Come on, boys. Let's go. Move it. Move it. Get it out of here. Now. The crew, suddenly realizing the true peril, became a blur of frantic energy. Illicit kegs were rolled into bushes, hula skirts were tossed into makeshift hiding spots, and the hastily constructed stage was dismantled with surprising speed. A small native boy, wide-eyed amidst the frenzy, tugged at Gus Grumble's trousers. Hey, Copper Boss, you take us home now! Gus, caught up in the pandemonium, waved him off. Peter, I'm a little busy now, kid. The Admiral is coming, and he's not here for a luau. Just then, crewman Chuckle Higgins, stationed as a lookout, yelled, Hey, Skip, the jeep's coming. Hold me. Jump the torpedoes. The Admiral, he's practically on our doorstep. Kelso's eyes darted frantically around. Higgins, get these girls out of here quick. Come on. But where? Skip. Anywhere. Here. Put them in the Typhoon tunnels. I'll steer the Admiral clear. Go on, boys, and make it quick. The hula dancers, a mix of genuine islanders and a few more exotic, off-duty entertainers, were bundled unceremoniously towards the hidden air raid shelter. All right. Now, goals, Kelso commanded, turning to Lieutenant Wilson, who was still trying to grasp the sudden, frantic shift in mood. You and the skipper. Let's move out of here and shake a leg. Or, whatever you shake. Get him. Get him. All right. Come on. All set. All starched. He pushed the bewildered nurse towards the disappearing dancers. Just as the last glimpse of a colorful sarong vanished into the Typhoon tunnels, the jeep screeched to a halt outside. Admiral Ironside, a man built like a granite monument and with a disposition to match, stepped out. He was flanked by his grim-faced aides, his gaze sweeping over the haste, yet still distinctly unnaval. Okay, all right, brace yourselves, you guys. Here he comes, Kelso muttered to Pipkin Whiffle, who was attempting to smooth down his already rumpled uniform with trembling hands. Kelso himself snapped to attention, saluting with an almost comical stiffness, his chest puffed out like a proud, if thoroughly terrified, pigeon. Turn shut. Welcome to Atoll. Acting Base Commander Kelso at your service, sir. It's a distinct honor, sir. Admiral Ironside returned the salute, his eyes, like chipped flint, missing nothing. At ease, gentlemen. He looked from Kelso to Pipkin, who was trying to stand so rigidly he looked like he might snap. Pipkin, perhaps hoping to impress, blurted out, and his executive officer, Ensign Whiffle, "Sir, at your command, completely ready to serve, sir." Ironside's gaze fell upon a peculiar sight. Around Pipkin Whiffle's neck, dangling like an incongruous necklace, was a loop of garter belts, still clutched by him from the earlier chaos. "What the devil is that thing around your neck?" Ironside demanded, his voice a low rumble of incredulity. Pipkin Whiffle's eyes widened further, and he fumbled frantically at the garter belts, his face flushing crimson. It's an old native custom, sir. A token of welcome, you see, for esteemed visitors, sir." Kelso, fighting to suppress a choked laugh, immediately tried to defuse the situation. "Welcome ashore, Admiral Piranha. Come on my way. Come on, Kelso," he mumbled, attempting to cover Pipkin's blunder with a nonsensical string of sounds. Ironside simply glared. "Will you stop that gibberish, Kelso? I haven't come here for native customs or for incomprehensible utterances. Let's get down to business." "Yes, sir," Kelso snapped, relieved. "Whatever you say, sir. Your wish is my command, sir. The path of naval rectitude, sir." "I heard when I landed that Commodore Boffington was in the Convalescent Cove," Ironside stated, his voice devoid of sympathy. "Oh, that's right, sir," Kelso replied, trying to sound suitably solemn. "A tragic, sudden affliction. A profound suffering, even as we speak, sir. I'll pay my respects to him first, and then we get on with the inspection," Ironside declared, already turning towards the path leading to the hospital. "Yes, sir. Very good, sir. You can expect a truly dramatic display of his current condition. Sir, Ensign, you and the men report to your stations at once, and ensure the native customs are less prominent." Kelso scrambled to lead the Admiral, shouting back, "Right this way, sir. The Convalescent Cove awaits your august presence." Meanwhile, at Convalescent Cove, Commodore Boffington lay sprawled in a pristine white bed, surrounded by crisp linens, a picture of manufactured misery. Dr. Zephyr Blim, the eccentric base medic, fussed over him, occasionally adjusting the thermometer and patting his brow with a cool cloth. Elroy Phibbs, ever hovering, was attempting to brief Boffington on the latest developments. "Here comes the Admiral. Sir, he's on his way over here to see you. A full-blown inspection, sir. From what I gather." Boffington, his eyes closed in a dramatic imitation of repose, simply waved a hand. "Yes, I know that, Phibbs. But this is incredible. I never saw Kelso and his band of miscreants move so fast. A truly unprecedented feat of collective scrambling, I must admit." Phibbs, however, had an urgent addendum. "Those Hula girls are still trapped in the Typhoon tunnels." Boffington's eyes flickered open, a sly smirk on his lips. "That's a perfect place for them, too, Lieutenant. A most secure and inconspicuous location. When I tip off the Admiral, Kelso's career is going up in smoke. Phibbs, a blazing inferno of career obliteration." He suddenly clutched his side, groaning again as a genuine wave of indigestion, perhaps triggered by the recent stress, rolled over him. "I'll help you sink, Captain," Elroy babbled, utterly confused, reaching for a pitcher of water. "And the bad yellow eggs, sir," Pipkin Whiffle, who had managed to catch up and was now hyperventilating at the doorway, shouted, utterly mangling Boffington's earlier symptom descriptions. "Commander Kelso couldn't go swimming because some admiral arrived. A very stern-looking admiral. Sir, I know, he arrived. He's on his way over here. You nincompoop. Elroy, get her out of the row. Get her out of here." Boffington barked, gesturing frantically towards Lieutenant Wilson, who had once again arrived on the scene, still looking rather lost. "Come to your place. Sir, it's the Admiral. He's here." The Admiral. Boffington, in a fresh fit of panic, mixed with theatrical flair, began to thrash about. "Well, hybrid A, get her in the closet. Phibbs, take the closet, Elroy. Hurry up, man." He pointed wildly at a tall, slender wardrobe in the corner. Elroy, flustered, fumbled with the closet door. What are you doing? Get away. Take the closet. Oh, will you open it? No, sir. Get the closet open. Buffington hissed. Oh, yes, sir. I'll open it. Go right there. Come on. He pushed Lieutenant Wilson into the small, dark space, narrowly avoiding trapping her foot. There it is. Just as the closet door clicked shut, Admiral Ironside strode into the room, his imposing figure filling the doorway. Buffington, with a final heroic effort, slumped back onto his pillow, a perfect portrait of valiant suffering. Well, Buffington, Ironside rumbled, his voice gravelly. Sorry to see you laid up like this. Hope it's not too serious. Buffington managed a weak, almost pathetic, smile. Thank you very much, Admiral. But I'm all right, sir, really, I am. Just a touch of the tropical humdrums, you understand. A minor inconvenience in the face of my unwavering duty. Suddenly, as if possessed by an errant spirit, Elroy Phibbs burst forward, ignoring Buffington's carefully crafted image of quiet suffering. Admiral, please, for my sake, you've got to go right over to the Typhoon tunnels. Admiral, you won't believe what's going on over there while I'm over here at death's door. Ironside raised an eyebrow, a formidable gesture that conveyed volumes of skepticism. Kelso, who had entered with the Admiral and quickly understood Phibbs' misguided attempt to help, instantly cut in. I'm sure the Admiral has seen 100 air raid shelters like ours. Sir, really nothing fancy. Sir, we don't even have carpets. Just good, solid, utilitarian, concrete, sir. Yeah, no, not even carpets. Pipkin Whiffle chimed in, equally eager to redirect attention. But Elroy Phibbs, like a bloodhound on a scent, was under. Tell them what you do have over there, Kel. They've got hula girls in the Typhoon tunnels at this very minute, sir. He beamed triumphantly, completely oblivious to the sudden icy silence that had fallen over the room. Admiral Ironside's gaze, which had been dismissive, sharpened, fixing on Kelso with the intensity of a laser. Hula girls are here, you said? Commodore Buffington, horrified by Phibbs' catastrophic blunder, gasped dramatically. He's delirious, sir. He's been suffering from terrible visions. Admiral, I'll get a doctor. He tried to rise, but Kelso, quick as a flash, placed a firm, yet respectful, hand on his shoulder. Don't you try to weasel out of this, Kelso. Ironside boomed, his voice resonating with anger. We saw him with our own eyes, didn't we? Lieutenant Phibbs, you were the one who told us this preposterous tale. Elroy Phibbs, seeing the Admiral's fury, suddenly reversed course, abandoning Kelso to his fate. Oh, you're right, sir. This entire situation, with the dancing, and the hula, and the tunnels, sir, it's absolutely disgraceful. A stain upon naval honor, sir. Buffington, seeing Kelso caught in the Admiral's crosshairs, feigned another wave of weakness. Get back in bed before you catch pneumonia, Phibbs. You're making a dreadful scene. He pulled weakly at his blanket. Here, I'll get your robes. Lieutenant? No. I'd like an explanation, Kelso, and it better be good. Kelso, caught between a rock and a hard place, muttered quickly under his breath to Pipkin Whiffle. I would shoot and we would keep off and get those girls out of the Typhoon tunnels. Fast. Just then, Lieutenant Wilson, disheveled and disoriented, stumbled out of the closet. Hey, lady, you forgot your irons, she said, picking up her dropped garter belts from the floor, adding another layer of visual chaos to the already spiraling situation. Yeah, Kelso hissed, grabbing the offending garments. Mr. Whiffle, get the ladies' hem garments right to the convalescent cove. Yes, and ensure they remain unseen by prying, admirally eyes. Admiral Ironside, however, was in no mood for He fixed Kelso with an unwavering stare. Well, Captain, I'm waiting for the explanation, and my patience is wearing as thin as a used dishcloth. Kelso swallowed hard, his mind racing for an alibi. Yes, sir, but you see, Admiral, he did it. He blurted out, pointing wildly at Buffington. Yeah, he's a terrible person, Admiral. He's always sneaking women around and shoving them in places, especially during a crucial inspection. Buffington, enraged, pushed himself up in bed. But sir, I've never... All right, stop it, both of you, Ironside roared, effectively silencing the burgeoning squabble. Is this a naval base or a madhouse? I don't know what's going on around here, but I'll get to the bottom of it. After my inspection, Commander Kelsel. Kelsel, caught off guard, saluted sharply. Very good, sir. Would you like to start with the cleansing cabin, sir? Our laundry facilities are exemplary. Sir. Boffington, seeing Kelsel, trying to lead the Admiral away from the potential catastrophe in the Typhoon tunnels, shrieked. No, not the laundry. The Typhoon tunnels. Please, the Typhoon tunnels. Admiral, there are girls. I guess, those little things. You won't believe the scandalous behavior that might be occurring. Sir. Ironside, however, was growing tired of the Commodore's theatrics. Yes, sir. Let's go look. In Kelsel quickly urged, keen to get the Admiral away from the shelter. Boffington slumped back, defeated, glaring daggers at Sir, how could you? He muttered under his breath. Kelso leaned in, whispering, Ho! Shut up, Captain! It made you look like a swinger. Ironside, overhearing a fragment of the exchange, looked at Boffington with renewed suspicion. I don't understand it, Boffington. If you hadn't suffered a recent battle wound that required mending, I'd swear you're suffering from combat fatigue. An extreme case of the jungle jitters, perhaps. Boffington, ever the opportunist, seized on this. Oh, yes, sir. It's terrible, sir. Because I don't want to talk. But what? Boffington, Ironside pressed, intrigued. Well, meet me, sir. Boffington whispered, feigning a sudden burst of confidentiality. The captain's been having all kinds of terrible hallucinations about girls. Sir, he thinks he sees them all over the place. Sir, everywhere, Admiral, under every rock, behind every tree, inside every well, every closet, sir. Ironside paused. Well, I saw the one in the closet. Boffington, his eyes narrowed. Boffington, panicking, quickly tried to redirect. Oh, yes, sir. Shall we head for the cleansing cabin, sir? Most sanitary. No, Ironside said, his voice slow and deliberate, laced with a new, dangerous curiosity. Just out of curiosity, I'd like to start with the Typhoon tunnel, and it better be ship-shape Kelsel, or heads will roll, I promise you. Kelsel's heart plummeted to his boots, but he managed a tight smile. Ship-shape, sir. Right this way, sir. Utterly impeccable, sir. He shot a desperate glance at Pipkin Whiffle, who was already running ahead to warn the hidden hula dancers. Admiral Kelsel began, desperately attempting to explain Boffington's behavior. You know yourself, sir, that the captain hasn't been himself lately. He's a bit highly strung. Ironside simply waved a hand. Sorry, Kelsel, but the least I can do is give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's go. Yes, sir. Be careful, sir. After you, sir. Watch your head, sir. Kelsel stammered, frantically trying to slow the Admiral down, praying for a miracle or, failing that, an earthquake. Meanwhile, back at the convalescent cove, the moment Admiral Ironside departed, Commodore Boffington sprung from his bed, a man entirely cured. He glared after the retreating figures, a dark fury in his eyes. They're getting away. Stop those bushes. I can get to the Admiral about this. He dashed out of the room, only to be confronted by Dr. Zephyr Blim, the base medic, who had returned with an enormous syringe. Well, afternoon, Captain, Dr. Blim said, his eyes twinkling. Going somewhere, are we? Yes, sir, Boffington snapped, still trying to get past him. As a matter of fact, I am. An urgent matter has just come up. Dr. of paramount national security, I assure you. Dr. Blim shook his head slowly. Well, I'm very sorry, Captain. But as your physician, I'm ordering you back to bed. Now, before you exacerbate your highly theatrical yet curiously debilitating condition. He held up the syringe, a glint of genuine medical intent in his eyes. Now, wait a minute, Doctor. Wait a minute. I'm as healthy as you are. In fact, I'm probably healthier, Boffington protested, recoiling from the gleaming needle. I made this whole thing up. The illness, the delirium, the feigned fragility. It was all a brilliant ruse to unseat that rogue cop. Dr. Blim clucked his tongue disapprovingly. Yes, on the contrary, Commodore, your recent tests, the ones I diligently performed while you were suffering, show that you're suffering from high blood pressure, acute and hypertension, all of which are perfectly genuine, I might add, a stress-induced malady, if ever I saw one. Oh, hypertension. You quack, Boffington shrieked, suddenly realizing he was trapped by his own deception. Get me my uniform immediately. I must confront this farce. Dr. Blim, however, calmly turned to an orderly. Nurse, take his clothes and lock them up, and prepare a mild sedative. He then turned back to Boffington, a look of benign, yet firm, resolve on his face. I'm sorry, Commodore. Now, I'm only doing this for your own good. Rest is essential for men of your dramatic temperament. Now, you just wait a minute. Boffington sputtered, but two burly orderlies suddenly appeared and grabbed his arms. Now, take it easy, Captain, Dr. Blim said soothingly, producing a small vial. All I want to do is to get you into bed, or do I have to administer a sedative? He gestured with a vial, its contents promising sweet, chemically induced oblivion. Boffington, seeing the inevitable, managed a defiant sneer. Very cute, Doctor, but $100 says I can walk out of here any time I want to. Dr. Blim, with a gentle smile, nodded. Well, $100 says you can't, Commodore. The orderlies, with practiced ease, began to guide a still struggling Boffington back towards his bed, the protests fading into grumbles and threats. Meanwhile, Commander Kell, having narrowly avoided catastrophe in the Typhoon Tunnel, was now doing his best to lead Admiral Ironside on a thoroughly sanitized tour of the base. They had just completed a perfunctory inspection of the cleansing caverns. Well, the laundry's in pretty fair shape, Consul Ironside conceded, still unimpressed. But you better check those boilers. I smell a slight odor of singed linens, and not the aroma of proper sanitation. Yes, check the boilers, with the utmost diligence. So, Kelsell replied, practically vibrating with relief at having skirted disaster. Ironside, however, was still dwelling on Boffington's supposed mental state. I still can't get over Boffington being in one of those hallucinations of his. Imagine thinking there to be hula girls on a naval base. Preposterous. Oh, I know what you mean, sir, Kelsell readily agreed, doing his best to sell Boffington's fictitious madness. Yes, sir. War does terrible things to a man's mind. Yes, sir. Quite the insidious assailant of sanity, sir. Right then, Kelsell Ironside barked, turning to continue the inspection. I'll write down a note about the motor pool, sir. Follow me. Back at the convalescent cove, the sedative was slowly taking effect on Commodore Boffington. He lay prone in his bed, his thoughts swirling in a muddled haze. If I can crawl to the Admiral on my hands and knees, he thought groggily, I will expose Kelsell's... Just then, his door swung open, and the hula dancers from the Typhoon tunnels, having been released by Pipkin Whiffle and now desperately searching for an escape, burst in, looking for a way out. Hey, pocket boy, it's cold in here, one of them complained, shivering dramatically. Elroy Phibbs, who was now guarding the door, nervously fumbled for something. Yeah, well here, wrap these around you, he offered, producing Boffington's thick wool dressing gown and a pair of long... Oh, sorry. Well, we don't wear grass, you know. Another dancer replied, clearly bewildered by the peculiar offerings. Never mind. We go home now. Don't want big trouble with the Admiral. Pretty mind. Yeah. Well, so long, Phibbs mumbled, completely out of his depth. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Boffington, with a Herculean drug-addled effort, roused himself. His eyes, though still glazed, had focused on the scantily clad figures. You can't go out there until I scout around. Now, get back over there. Oh, and I'm telling you, I'll stay there. He attempted to leap from the bed, but his legs, heavy with sedatives, betrayed him, sending him sprawling to the floor. As he thrashed about on the floor, the hula girls scattered in a panic. Boffington, in his semi-conscious state, mistook a nearby bush for a fleeing dancer. Come on out of those bushes. I know you're in there, you saucy minx, he roared, wrestling with the foliage. Just then, Admiral Ironside, having inexplicably doubled back with Kelsell in tow, rounded the corner. He stared in disbelief at the sight of Commodore Boffington, clad in a ridiculous seaman's uniform, wrestling with a bush. Hey, sailor, Ironside barked, his voice filled with thunder. What are you doing sneaking up on an officer like that? Boffington, startled, snapped to a groggy attention, saluting the bush. I was merely apprehending a particularly aggressive shrubbery. So, Ironside's eyes narrowed further as he recognized the figure on the ground. Oh, it's you. It's Boffington. Are you... What's your name? Boffington, sir, Commodore Horatio, your lord and master in the flesh, though slightly disheveled flesh, sir, Boffington declared, still struggling to untangle himself from the plant. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm sorry, sir, Elroy Phibbs blurted out, stepping forward. Boy, old Ironsides, sure was rough on you. Busted you all the way down to a seaman, huh? Well, if anybody gets busted around here, it's going to be you, Phibbs. Right in the snoot. You get busted, Boffington shrieked, finally disentangling himself and glaring at Elroy. Then, remembering his mission, he pointed a trembling finger. Where are the girls, Kelsey? Where are they? Where were? Kelsell simply looked blank. I don't know. What girls are you referring to, sir? Boffington, enraged by Kelsell's feigned ignorance, launched himself forward, grabbing the younger officer. Oh, now, get your hands off of me, you nitwit. No girls. I see that girl. You'll get in there. I'll be with your hands for this burger. I remember that. Admiral, I've been hanging on the laundry shack. You, Admiral. He pointed a frantic, accusing finger at Kelsell. What in blazes, Boffington? Ironside thundered, stepping forward. What on earth is the meaning of this unseemly display? Admiral, Kelsell interjected, stepping in front of Boffington, a look of profound, yet feigned, concern on his face. Easy does it now, sir. Remember, he's been under a terrific strain. His delusions are particularly vivid today, I'm afraid. Are you a fool, Admiral Ironside? Boffington shrieked, desperately trying to get past Kelsell. It's me. I've got those hula girls in the laundry shack. The cleansing caverns, Admiral. I've really got you this time, Your reign of debauchery is over. Ironside stared at Boffington's seaman's uniform. Boffington, what are you doing running around screaming in that seaman's uniform? And what is this nonsensical prattle about hula girls in the laundry? Well, I had to find those girls before you finished your inspection, Admiral, Boffington stammered, his drug-addled mind trying to string together a coherent explanation. I found them, the irrefutable evidence of Kelsell's transgression. Oh, girls? Ironside sighed, shaking his head. He's worse than ever, sir. Commander, I'd better get him right back to the convalescent cove. The sedatives clearly aren't holding, and his delusions are escalating at an alarming rate. Boffington, enraged by Kelsell's attempts to have him recaptured, struggled furiously. Get your hands off me, you sneaky traitor. He's a sneaky traitor. Admiral, please, Admiral, you've got to take a look at these girls in the laundry shack right now, sir. I demand an immediate investigation. Ironside, however, remained unmoved. Now, calm down, Captain. Everything's going to be all right. Of course, we'll look in the laundry shack, and then we'll go back to the convalescent cove and take a nice nap. A long, well-deserved nap. He gestured to his aides. Boffington suddenly slumped, defeated. You're going to get us, he muttered weakly. Oh, me. See, we're coming. We're trapped. Kelsell quickly intervened, trying to divert the Admiral. Admiral, we've already checked the laundry, sir. Remember, you mentioned the boilers, sir. Boffington, hearing this, immediately revived. Don't you try and worm out of it. Kelsell, this time you'll worm. You're finished. Kapat. Finito, Kelsell scoffed, barely concealing a smirk. Never mind. Kelsell Ironside cut in. I think we should hear the captain out. Even delusional rants can sometimes have a grain of truth, however tiny and buried. Boffington, energized by the Admiral's sudden interest, puffed out his chest. I hear that, Kelsell. The Admiral's on to you. Oh, you're going to suffer. Brace yourself for the evidence, Admiral. Stand by, sir. There you go. Take the fire drill. He fumbled with the laundry shack door, his hands shaking. Kelsell, realizing the disaster unfolding, knew he had one desperate chance. He had stationed Gus Grumbles inside the cleansing caverns with instructions for an emergency maneuver. Fire drill! Fire drill! Gus Grumbles bellowed from inside, triggering an immediate and completely unexpected response. The laundry shack door burst open, and instead of hula girls, a group of off-duty firemen, also from Torpedo Tube 73, clad in full firefighting gear and brandishing hoses, pretending to fight an inferno. Hey, Admiral, one of them shouted, spraying water indiscriminately. Here's your girls. Boffington, completely bewildered, stood amidst the sudden spray, spluttering. "All right, girlie, now you're going to show your face." He grabbed one of the firemen, only to be soaked with a blast of water. "That's a full reporter fire drill. 100% successful, sir," Gus Grumbles announced proudly, emerging from the chaos, his face streaked with soot. Ironside, completely drenched and furious, turned to Boffington. "I'm sorry, Admiral. Sorry. It's all right, Captain Finito. You should know better than to obstruct a man pursuing his duty. Now, Admiral, please, baby." Boffington winced, still trying to grasp the situation. "All the girls are getting away. The girls are in the suits." "Sure there are, Captain. Sure there are." Ironside scoffed, his patience utterly exhausted. "Back to the convalescent cove. Sir, I'll do it myself." He grabbed Boffington, who was now utterly defeated, and began dragging him back towards the hospital. "Easy does a thing of them, Boffington. A nice long rest, and you'll be as good as new. And if you're real good, Wally, maybe you'll get your stripes back. Captain, bye, and we'll see you on visiting day, sir." He was unceremoniously bundled back into his bed, leaving Kelsall and Ironside to resume their tour. A week later, life at Coral Key Atoll had returned to its usual chaotic hum, albeit with Commander Kelsall still reluctantly at the helm of base administration. Commodore Boffington, still in the convalescent cove, was officially diagnosed with extreme combat fatigue, compounded by acute stress-induced neurosis, a diagnosis that perfectly suited Kelsall's narrative. Kelsall was back in his Torpedo Tube 73 lair, trying to make sense of a stack of requisitions. "I don't care where Ensign Whiffle said to put those CBs. They can't bunk in the nurses' quarters. For heaven's sake, that's just asking for another Boffingtonian incident." Suddenly, crewman Chuckle Higgins burst in, beaming. "Hey, Skip, mail call. 1 card from Boffington, sir." Kelsall, intrigued, took the card. It was a brightly colored postcard depicting a frolicking hula dancer on a pristine beach, an almost painfully ironic choice. He read it aloud. "My dear acting base commander, having a wonderful time frisking on the sun-drenched sands of mirthful Mesa. Can't thank you enough for following me up like this. Ever so fondly, Wally Boffington. P.S. Please excuse the ink blots. My martini's spilled." Kelsall crumpled the card, a bitter laugh escaping him. "The infernal man, enjoying himself while I'm stuck here trying to run his base." Just then, the phone rang, shattering the momentary peace. Kelsall snatched it up. "Hello, base commander. What? All right? I'll have somebody come over right away. A job for your executive officer. Skip, yes. Yeah, that's right. With," he called, then thrust a phone at the bewildered Ensign Whiffle. "Here, I want you to get right over to the ratings rendezvous hall and fix those sinks. The water's clear out to the dance floor. Whiffer, literally a naval-themed swimming pool for petty officers. Now go." Pipkin Whiffle, with a resigned sigh, grabbed his hat and saluted. "Red shoulder, arms, hard march," he mumbled to himself, trudging off towards the perpetually malfunctioning plumbing of the enlisted men. No sooner had Whiffle disappeared than Commodore Boffington himself stormed into Kelsall's office, looking like a thundercloud in a tightly buttoned uniform. He was no longer sickly, but rather a raging, infuriated general. "Watch where you're going, you bumbling incompetent, barging in here like that. For heaven's sake," Kelsall roared, instinctively on the defensive, thinking Boffington was still delirious. "I could have cut you too. Cut you clean in half, with my executive saber." Boffington, his face purple, jabbed a finger at. "That's right, sir, you could have. All I needed was a numbskull for booking. What's the matter with you? You stand up straight like a man. For heaven's sake, what you want? Anyway, what are you? What are you? What are you?" Kelsall, realizing Boffington was no longer under the influence of sedatives or delusions, stammered. "Oh, pardon me, sir, but you sent for me, sir." "I know the Kelsall. Why else would you be in here? To offer me a floral tribute to my good health. Now, I've just received a call from the Admiral. We are to expect a visit from a very important person here. A very, very, very important person indeed. Kelsall, he is no less than the Sultan Alistair Al-Marine of Mariani." Kelsall blinked. A sultan? On Coral Key Atoll. This was a new level of absurdity, even for this base. "Huh? Boffington leaned in conspiratorially. The Nips are threatening to attack his island, so one of our planes is bringing him out, along with his 3 daughters. 3 beautiful, highly esteemed princesses. Imagine the diplomatic implications. Kelsel's eyes widened, a slow smile spreading across his face. Oh, a sultan and 3 princesses. Sir, oh, what a feather in our cap here at Korokiatal, sir. Boffington, seeing Kelsel trying to take credit, quickly corrected him. Our cap? Oh no, sir, excuse me. Your cap. Sir, this feather, Kelsil, belongs squarely in your cap. Yours is yours. Now, the Admiral wants to be sure that we go all out to make an impression. So I want you to make certain that everything is 100% in order. A veritable showcase of American naval efficiency. Now, I repeat, 100% flawless. At that moment, Willie DeWale Wiggins, who had somehow acquired a pair of outlandish feathered swim trunks, sauntered past the open office door, whistling cheerfully. Hey, if you had a good swim, girls, we'll see you Sunday, he called out to some unseen beat. Boffington saw him, his face contorting in a fresh wave of apoplectic fury. Hello, Willie, and farewell. How can I make an impression on the Sultan, with Kelsel and his riffraff running around loose like undisciplined sea otters? I want you to order the Torpedo Tube 73 out on a recon mission to, Parrot Perch immediately. Kelsel frowned. But, sir, there are no nips on Parrot Perch. That's just a deserted strip. That's... Boffington interrupted, a smug smile of superior intellect spreading across his face. Oh, I get it, sir. You are clever, sir. Extremely cunning, a veritable Machiavelli of military maneuvers. Yes, what did you expect, Boffington puffed out his chest. I didn't get my commission for playing I rose through the ranks due to sheer, unadulterated brilliance. Kelsel, however, couldn't resist. How did you get it, sir? He asked, a twinkle in his eye. Boffington's self-satisfied grin instantly evaporated. He stammered, caught off guard. Well, my wife has this cousin in the Pentagon, so he paused, realizing his error, and flushed scarlet. Get out of here, before I'm forced to commit an act of utterly undiplomatic violence. Kelsel, trying not to laugh, hastily turned to leave. He saluted. Then, as Boffington turned his back, mimed throwing a tantrum. Ah, sir. Sorry, sir. Forgive me. I'm terribly sorry, sir. My apologies for my accidental insubordination. Boffington rounded on him, brandishing a heavy bronze paperweight. If I need you to help me welcome a Sultan Kelsul, sir, help me. I'll run you through. Do you understand? I'll impale you on a stick of protocol. You are very kind to me, sir, Kelsul mumbled, sidling out of the office, his shoulders shaking with barely suppressed mirth. But everything is in order for His Highness's arrival. Sir, the honor guard is ready, every feather in place, sir. A short while later, back in his newly reclaimed office, Commodore Boffington was once again preening. Commodore Boffington here, he purred into the phone, the receiver cradled close. Everything is ready for the Sultan's arrival. Admiral, the red carpet has been swept, the brass has been shined, and the hula girls are securely away. He paused, listening. His eyes widened. He was playing that engine trouble with his force down where, near the island of Serpents. Yeah. Oh, well, I don't have any boats in that area. Admiral, not a single vessel suitable for extraction, sir. Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs, who had been hovering nearby, piped up. Oh, sir, the Torpedo Tube 73 boat is right near there. Remember, you sent them to Parrot Perch. They're practically within shouting distance. Sir. Boffington slammed the phone down in exasperation. Oh, you heard him. Yes, yes. He's a very fine boy. He's very alert, Admiral Farr. Too alert for his own good. You want Kelsel and the Torpedo Tube 73 crew to go down and pick them up? A delicate diplomatic mission, you say? He picked up the phone again, his eyes darting frantically. Admiral, I just had a thought. Sir, I have a very fine boat, almost in the same vicinity, Admiral, and it's just been painted. A fresh coat of pristine battleship gray. Sir, perfect for conveying the grandeur of the United States Navy. He listened, his face falling. I know that Kelsel and the Torpedo Tube 73 crew. What's the matter with them, Admiral? Why the sudden aversion? Sir, please. Kelsel, who had entered unseen, interrupted, practically begging. One more chance, sir. One more chance. Yeah, instead of a dull recon, we get a chance to rescue a sultan and his royal daughters. It's an adventure, sir. A story for the ages. Buffington glared at Kelsall, but the admiral was still on the line, demanding a swift rescue. Kelsall's plea had hit at just the right moment. There's that dame, Gus grumbles, ever oblivious to the gravity of a diplomatic rescue, muttered to Willie the Whale Wiggins, who was trying to look respectable for once. She! Knock it off, Kelsall hissed, grabbing Gus's collar. All right, spread out. Boys, spread out. Hold it, make us look presentable. Moments later, Torpedo Tube 73, sleek and powerful, was cutting through the sapphire waters towards Serpent's shore. Suddenly, Kelsall spotted a small, overturned vessel and several figures clinging to the debris. Higa, one of the shipwrecked sailors called out, relief evident in his voice. I'm sure glad it's you, instead of the nibs. A regal figure, impeccably dressed despite his ordeal, was helped aboard. Your Highness, Kelsall said, attempting a formal address. It's all right. Our rescue party's arrived. We're here to help. Willie the Whale Wiggins nudged Gus. Hey, boy, a real-life sultan. What are we supposed to do? Bo, which way is Mecca, Gus? Kelsall shot them a withering glance. Greetings, Your Highness. Greetings, sir. My name is Lieutenant Commander Quentin Kelsall, sir, and my crew and I are here to serve you. He made a surprisingly deep, respectful bow. The Sultan Alistair Al-Marine, a man of profound dignity and an air of quiet authority, regarded Kelsall with shrewd eyes. Thank you. I am Kareem. These men here with you. Commander, are they to be trusted to transport a priceless cargo? He gestured towards his 3 daughters, who were being helped aboard, their silken robes somewhat bedraggled, but their bearing still majestic. As a first princess, a vision of exotic beauty, was assisted onto the deck. Pipkin Whiffle, utterly starstruck, breathed out. Wowie wow. The Sultan's eyes narrowed, a flash of irritation in their depths. Kelsall quickly elbowed Pip. I heard that, young man, the Sultan snapped, his voice, though soft, carrying an undeniable edge of imperial displeasure. I forgive you for your ignorance of the customs of my country. Were you and Mariani like a chicken? Do you find my daughters amusing? Ensign, is this the behavior of American allies? Kelsall immediately stepped forward, bowing profusely. Oh, well, now, wait a minute, Your Highness. He didn't mean any harm. You see, in our country, wowie, an expression of profound, almost religious, admiration for feminine beauty, like a poetic exclamation, if you will. The Sultan, however, remained like a chicken, Commander. No, I think not. The next man who dares to debase the dignity of the princesses will answer to me, and me alone. His voice, now colder, brooked no argument. One of the princesses, a woman of striking elegance and fierce eyes, stepped forward, she added, her voice equally sharp. Kelsall gulped, ushering his awestruck crew to attend to the Sultan's baggage. All right, you guys, go get them luggage. This way, Your Highness, ladies, Your Highnesses, boys, I think we will fill no debate, just bowing, sir. The Sultan, a slight, almost imperceptible smirk playing on his lips, watched the frantic crew. Well, you run a tight ship, Commander. Rather an interesting craft, I must say. If my country had a navy, I would certainly include a fleet of these. The important thing is to maintain control of the boat at all times. Your Highness, Kelsall explained, keen to impress. See what the wind. Suddenly, one of the younger princesses, intrigued by the controls, reached out and grabbed the wheel. Kelsall yelped. Daisy, Pipkin Whiff, how dare you? Oh, no hands, Pipkin exclaimed, seeing Kelsall's panicked reaction. I wouldn't touch it, Your Highness. No, sir, no, it wasn't really his fault, Your Highness. You see, the seas are a bit rough, and the steering is very sensitive. The Sultan, however, mistook Kelsall's outburst. Oh, that's just my father, my daughter. Where is the Prince of Syria? Is she trying to take the helm, Commander? Syria, come here, daughter, the Sultan called out. Yes, father, the princess replied, releasing the wheel and stepping back demurely. Kelcel, seeing an opportunity to placate the Sultan and keep his crew away from the princesses, quickly chimed in. If your highness is so interested in PT boats, perhaps you'd like to handle this one, sir. You know, drive it. Take the helm. A truly unique experience, sir. The Sultan's eyes lit up with genuine interest. Yes, sir. Here the wheel, sir. Just steer. Right here. And wait. It's quite relaxing, and it's lots of fun. A truly exhilarating pastime, Commander. May I? The Sultan asked, genuinely captivated. Yes, Kelsalinth, that does sound like a most amusing advertisement. My guest. Here you are, sir. He guided the Sultan's hands to the helm, an innocent yet ultimately disastrous gesture. Upon their return to Koroki Atoll, the reception committee was arrayed on the galleon gangway with full honors. Commodore Horatio Boffington III stood front and center, stiff as a starched plank, radiating an air of smug accomplishment. Greetings, O exalted ruler of Mariani, Boffington boomed, his voice overflowing with pompous cordiality. Allow me to introduce myself. Sir, I am at your service. I am Commodore Wallace B. Boffington III. I trust your highness has had a safe voyage. Sultan Alistair Almarini, still buzzing from his exhilarating experience at the helm of Torpedo Tube 73, extended his hand. Yes, and a pleasant one. Captain, thanks to your commander, he is a very efficient officer, and his vessel is most amusing to pilot. Boffington, his smile tightening at Kelso getting the credit, quickly recovered. Yes, isn't he? We're very proud of him, a fine example of American ingenuity. Sir, he patted Kelso on the shoulder, a gesture that conveyed both superficial praise and an underlying, barely concealed threat. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, Kelso replied, sensing the hidden venom in Boffington's touch. And now, your highness, Boffington continued, eager to assert his own importance. If you and your daughters will accompany me, I'll be glad to show you your quarters. I'm sure you're going to find them very satisfactory. Present. Good. He motioned for the royal party to follow. Later that evening, back in the familiar, slightly oily confines of the Torpedo Tube 73 lair, Kelso recounted the day's events to his amused, yet restricted. Hey, Skip, how'd you wrangle that dinner invitation? Gus Grumblers asked. Ever direct. Kelso smirked. It's a command performance. Gus. The Sultan was so thrilled with the boat ride that he insisted that Boffington invite me to the big dinner. He even wanted to drive it some more, so I guess I'll have to return to that torture chamber of formality. Willie the Whale Wiggins, always practical, offered a suggestion. You'd better bring along a food taster, Skip, just in case Boffington tries to redecorate your insides with something toxic. Crewman Chuckle Higgins nudged Gus. Hey, Skip, if you get a peek at the girls, tell us what they look like, huh? Are they as pretty as they seemed on the boat? Kelso glared. Never mind the girls. You guys are restricted to the base. Higgins, you're in charge here, while I endure diplomatic night. Right. Skip Higgins saluted smartly. I'll keep an eye on them. Man, starting now. Willie grumbled, stretching out on a bunk. Had a good time. Skip, 3 beautiful days on Coral Atoll, and we're stuck here like barnacles. What rotten luck. Gus added, Yeah, we gotta get out of this. It's stifling. Kelsiel chuckled. Yeah, you guys think you got a problem. What about me? I got a date with one of those princesses in 15 minutes. The crew gasped. How did you get it? Skip, Gus demanded, utterly flabbergasted. Fine. Well, I made a little date on the boat, Kelso admitted, a mischievous grin on his face. Her name is Syria. In Mariani, that means happiness. And she definitely makes me happy. Willie whispered, Boy, you work faster than bicarbonate. Skip, how about spreading a little unhappiness around with your buddies? There's 2 more Mariani mamas out there just waiting for some American charm. Kelso rubbed his chin thoughtfully. Tell you what I'll do, Cinny. You guys help me swipe the Torpedo Tube 73 so I can keep my date with Syria. And I'll see what I can do about your romantic entanglements. A mutually beneficial exchange, wouldn't you say? Swipe the 73. Skip Gus whispered, his eyes wide. Isn't that a bit unnaval, sir? I promised Syria a boat ride, Gus. Look, it'll be a short one, but I'll need your help. Now, if we can keep Ensign Whiffle, she completely engrossed in his own peculiar studies. Moments later, A curious scene unfolded in the torpedo tube 73 lair. The entire crew had gathered, seemingly engrossed in a particularly intense card game. Ensign Pipkin Whiffle, the acting executive officer, stood guard, diligently observing. "Okay, men," Whiffle declared, his voice firm. "Let's break out the cards. While I'm in command, we're only playing for matchsticks. Proper naval decorum must be observed." Gus grumbles, with a subtle wink at Kelsall, then suggested, "Let's not waste our time playing cards, Mr. Whiffle, as long as we're stuck here. Now let's put our time to something constructive and educational, to truly elevate our intellects, sir." Pipkin Whiffle, ever the diligent, if naive, academic, immediately perked up. "Well, sir, we'd all be very grateful if you'd refresh our battle-weary minds on the nomenclature of the .50 caliber machine gun, a vital piece of defensive equipment, sir." Kelsall barely managed to suppress a laugh. "Boy, I'm really proud of you guys. That's real Navy, learning while you will learn." Chuckle Higgins, taking his cue, added, "As a matter of fact, sir, we'd appreciate it if you'd demonstrate to us how to take it apart. Blindfolded, sir. The true test of a master gunner." Willie the Whale Wiggins chimed in. "Yeah, let's do it, Mr. Witt. I'll bet 6-5 you can do it. 10 solo I don't want to brag, but in OCS, I made you them blindfolded." Pipkin, suddenly confident, puffed out his chest. "We used to do a lot of things blindfolded in officer training. You know, saying lots of important words and such." He grinned nervously. "Wait, you're right there on the tank. Now, let's start out any time you want, Mr. Witt." "Oh, well, since you guys are so anxious to get underway, we might as well start right in." Pipkin beamed, then took a deep breath. "Now, men, this is a .50 caliber machine gun, a weapon of immense destructive power, capable of obliterating foes with a thunderous roar." He then pulled a blindfold over his eyes, confidently. "Now, in dismantling this baby, first of all, we disengage grip control A and B from firing mechanisms." He fumbled clumsily. "Boy, that's a dangerous part. Well, maybe I better start with the trigger mechanism. Men, this is a trigger." He grabbed the gun, only to accidentally tap it on a coffee cup. "No, it's a coffee cup. My apologies. A minor misstep." Kelsall, seizing his chance, slipped away while Pipkin was thoroughly distracted by the nuances of blindfolded weapons assembly. Just as he reached the torpedo tube 73, he heard a delicate voice call out. "Well, who's that?" Princess Syria, cloaked in a borrowed, inconspicuous wrap, had arrived early for her rendezvous. "Just a passing boat," Kelsall called back, hoping no one else heard. He slipped aboard the boat and greeted the princess with a wide smile. "You're doing great, Mr. Whiffle," Gus Grumbles shouted, covering Kelsall's departure, the very epitome of precision. "Thanks, Gus," Pipkin replied, clearly flattered. "Why don't we start with the bell?" He meant the barrow, but no one corrected him. "Princess Syria," Kelsall said, taking her hand as she stepped aboard. "Hi, I'm here. You are Syria, aren't you?" "Hello, Angel." "Oh, you're Syria. All right, come back down. I'm sure to bring sister back in time for dinner, if father finds out about this." Syria, her eyes sparkling, leaned in. "I know, but it's worth it. This clandestine adventure is far more exciting than endless diplomatic dinners." Back at Commodore Buffington's quarters, the diplomatic dinner was well underway, a stifling affair of stilted conversation and lukewarm rations. Buffington, ever the gracious host, turned to Sultan. "I'm indeed flattered, Your Highness, that you and your charming daughters have accepted my invitation to dinner, a truly singular honor for Karuki Atoll." The Sultan gave a slight, polite nod. "It is our pleasure. Your hospitality is noted." "Your slightest wish is my command, Your Highness," Buffington gushed, leaning forward with an obsequious grin. "Is there anything else I can do for Your Highness's pleasure?" "Anything at all, no matter how trivial or grand." The Sultan paused, a glint in his eye. "Now that you mention it, Commodore, I did particularly enjoy steering Commander Kelsall's boat this afternoon. A most invigorating experience." Buffington's smile instantly faltered. "Oh, the boat you liked. Oh well, maybe you'd like to take another ride before dinner. Perhaps a gentle cruise around the lagoon. A scenic exploration of our humble atoll." His brain, calculating rapidly, realized this was a golden opportunity to further incriminate Kel. "You do me honor, Commodore," the Sultan exclaimed, clearly pleased. Buffington, practically rubbing his hands together in glee, snapped at a nearby aide. "Oh, yeah, you heard it, Fibs. What are you standing there for? Get the boat, Kelsall." "Oh, the boat. All right, so it's over at the island there, if you'll excuse me." "Sir, I'm going to get the boat. Your Highness's wish is my command." He practically scurried out, a maniacal grin plastered on his face. Meanwhile, back in the torpedo tube 73 lair, Ensign Pipkin Whiffle was nearing the triumphant conclusion of his blindfolded .50 caliber machine gun assembly. "Last but not least," he declared, proudly locking a component into place. "We lock the firing pin to the trigger mechanism. That's it. I knew I had it. That's good." He took off his blindfold with a flourish. Gus Grumbles clapped him on the back. "It looks like a meeting pin. A triumph of naval engineering." "Well, the signal to efficiency is practice, boys. Constant, dedicated practice." Pipkin beamed. "Don't take it off yet, sir. We forgot the time you took to complete the task. Now, once more for the record." Pipkin, eager to further demonstrate his prowess, adjusted his blindfold. "That's a good idea. Well, at this time, I'm going to make it tougher. I'll do it backwards. Men, the ultimate test." Just then, the phone rang, shrill and insistent. "So, get that, will you, Willie?" Pipkin asked, still blindfolded. "Tell whoever it is, I'm on official business, highly important, blindfolded official business." Willie answered, then turned to Pip, Amanda Kelsall's group. "Oh, it's you, Skip." "Yeah, Mr. Whiffle." Kelsall's voice crackled over the line. "He's right here." "What's it going to tell him that for, Willie?" Gus hissed. "Oh, is it the Skip? He'll find out the boat's gone with Syria." Willie quickly put his hand over the receiver. "Hey, Mr. Whiffle, don't even take that blindfold off, sir. We'll just stop the clock and continue after you hang up the phone call." He then gently guided Pipkin towards the receiver. "Hey, I'll lead you right over to the phone, sir. You're doing magnificently." "All right, Willie," Pipkin said, shuffling forward. "Poor leader. Skip, this is Ensign Whiffle. Everything's under control, sir. A paragon of order." "Ah, good," Kelsall replied, trying to sound normal. "Now, I hear this. The Commodore wants the 73 over here at Galley and Gangway right away. The Sultan wants to do some more steering before, dinner. He finds it most exhilarating." Pipkin Whiffle paused, his blindfolded face still full of earnest concentration. "Steered again. Well, how do you like that, Skip? The Sultan wants to steer the boat again. Last time, he nearly wrecked it. I'm afraid the Sultan can't have the boat. It's not here." There was a moment of silence on the line. Then Kelsall's voice, a tight, controlled growl, came through. "Hey, good. Skip, Gus came up with a great idea. The Sultan can't steer the boat. It's not here. It's not there." "Oh, heck." Kelsall was obviously struggling to sound positive. "Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Then it's all settled. Put Gus on the phone right away." Gus Grumbles, his face paling, took the receiver from Willie. Here, Skip." "Oh, Gus, I want the facts. Exactly where is my boat?" Kelsall's voice, though still suppressed, radiated pure, unadulterated fury. "Well, Willie took the boat out for a little spin with Princess Syria," Gus blurted out, sacrificing Willie without a moment's hesitation. "They're enjoying the open waters." "What?" Kelsall roared, the sound echoing ominously down the phone line. "Oh, yes, sir. Look, I'll try to stall as long as I can, Gus. But you get that boat over here, and I want that princess back in her quarters. On the double. Or else. Do you understand? Oh, or else." He slammed down the phone. Commodore Buffington, still in the throes of preparing for the Sultan's boat trip, approached his radio man. "Yeah. Oh, there's a crew for you, sir. Those boys are really on the ball. Never a moment's..." His radio man simply stared at him. "Oh, my clothes are on the ball. Commodore, perhaps you've had a touch too much sun, sir." Buffington ignored him, still rubbing his hands together. "Well, you know, we get going to the darkness. Yes, I'm looking forward to getting back behind the wheel with the Sultan." Another invigorating demonstration of novel might. Yes, that will be fun, sir, the Sultan said, appearing mysteriously behind Buffington, startling him. And, sir, speaking of fun, I wonder if you'd mind taking a moment to explain this gadget, sir. He pointed to Buffington's elaborate, long-stemmed smoking pipe, a constant companion. I'd been watching you smoking it. Is it difficult? Buffington, ever eager to display his refined habits, preened, not at all. Your Highness, it has an extra stem. Would you care to try it? A ceremonial Mariani pipe-smoking experience. Perhaps. Try it. The Sultan's eyes lit up. Oh, yes, yes, I'd love to. An interesting cultural exchange. Buffington, already imagining Kelsel's reaction, quickly involved the suffering Elroy Phibbs. I'm sure Lieutenant Phibbs would, too. Wouldn't you, Phibbs? Phibbs, who detested smoking, forced a weak smile. Love it, love it. The very essence of aromatic enjoyment, sir. Well, you first, sir, Buffington urged, offering the extra stem to the Sultan. Ooh. Now, it's very simple. Captain, all you do is inhale, smoothly, elegantly, like a connoisseur of fine tobaccos. The Sultan took a long, experimental puff, then immediately began to cough, his eyes watering. Meanwhile, back on the open sea, Commander Kelsel was frantically attempting to restart Torpedo Tube 73's engines. Princess Syria watched him with amused eyes. Gulls Gulch calling Torpedo Tube 73. Gulls Gulch calling Torpedo Tube 73. Come in, please. The boat's radio crackled to life. Static Ladon. Kelsel snatched the receiver. This is 73. Look, you guys. Princess Syria and I are stuck out here in the middle of nowhere. We're just starting back, and the engines conked out. He thumped the console. Yeah. Well, look. Gus, forget about the engines. Conked out. Oy vey. Syria says Pamela's sisters, and they'll cover for us. Princess Syria interjected helpfully. If the Sultan finds out we're dead, so you better get going, Mr. Whiffle. On the double. My father's temper is legendary. Right. Yes, sir. Right. Kelsel barked into the radio. Hey. What am I saluting for? I'm in command here. He then changed tactics. Willie, you're under arrest. Now, look, Gus, you tell him how to start those engines. I'm gonna go over and talk to the sisters and see if I can't stall them. He handed the receiver to Gus. Ensign Whiffle, over and out. Get your hands off the officers, you lout. Back at the diplomatic dinner, Commodore Buffington and Sultan Alistair Al-Marine were still enjoying the exotic smoking pipe. Oi. You're doing fine, Captain. Just fine, Buffington purred, watching the Sultan's still watering eyes. Yes. How do you like it so far? It is certainly potent. The Sultan coughed, a racking sound. I'm enjoying it immensely. I wouldn't want you to miss that on your boat trip. It is my pleasure to make this sacrifice for you. I can always take my ride after dinner, if you're a me. Buffington's eyes lit up. This was even better. Kelsel would be caught trying to sneak the boat back for the Sultan. Oh. That's a wonderful idea. Your Highness? Yes, sir. Let's make it after dinner. And then you could have just that much more time steering the boat. Let's eat early. We can eat right now, Your Highness. I'll get your daughters. Agree. I have daughters, Commodore, the Sultan said, genuinely confused, having forgotten in his smoke-induced stupor. It's a little too early for dinner, isn't it? One of the princesses, also slightly affected by the pipe, asked. Early, sir. Let's eat. Buffington insisted. I'll go and get the princesses myself. My honor guard is awaiting my orders. Oh well, why don't I go? Captain Kelsal, who had mysteriously returned, offered, seizing the opportunity to get to the princesses before Buffington could further botch things. I'll get the princesses, and then I'll get them. Okay, I'll get them. They're royal princesses. They deserve the best. That's protocol. Kelsal raced towards the royal quarters, bursting in unannounced. Princesses, Sultanas, your honors, your sister sent me, he blurted out to the two remaining princesses, who were primping in their lavish chambers. Thank you very much, one of them replied, looking confused. I'm sorry, Kelsal said, realizing his blunder. Well, pardon us. A most impersonal intrusion by this most miserable person. What I'm trying to say, isn't it? I'm sorry to report that your sister Syria is in an assiduous Syria. Something has happened to Syria. The princesses gasped. Please, You know what the Sultan said? No hands. Forget me. Our princesses, Kelso pressed. Tell us what you think. Tell us, please. What has happened to our sister? Well, she's not going to be here in time for dinner, Kelsul admitted, rubbing his head. The engines conked out. A complete mechanical failure, I assure you. Oh, no, the princesses wailed. Father will be furious, truly, catastrophically furious, like a chicken that has lost its favorite rooster. Just then, Commodore Boffington, agitated and red-faced, appeared at their door, completely unaware of the developing drama. Your Highness says, is Commodore Boffington. No, I'm here with your honor guard. It's time for dinner, princesses. Sorry, Captain, one princess replied, quickly pulling Kelso out of sight. But we are still dressing. Yes, please come back later. We require more time for royal adornments. Boffington, ever persistent, huffed. Well, if you don't mind, I'll just wait here. It's a matter of diplomatic urgency. Kelso whispered to the princesses. What can we do? If only the two of us come to dinner, Syria will be in terrible trouble. Her father will truly be incandescent with rage. One of the princesses snapped her fingers. I got an idea. Kelso raised an eyebrow. What, the better use yours? Mine never worked. Well, what is your idea, Commander? The princess pressed. Okay, please. Greetings, Your Highness. Kelso then boomed, affecting a formal, almost theatrical voice, turning towards the doorway as Boffington entered. This is a distinct pleasure to be able to escort you ladies to the esteemed dinner. All right, please. All right. Careful, my dear. I mean, Your Highness. Incidentally, I'm Commander Quentin Kelso, the man whose cunning and charm knows no bounds. Boffington stared, aghast, as Kelso presented not two, but three princesses, one of whom looked suspiciously like one of Kelso's own crewmen, in a rather ill-fitting royal gown and heavy veil. Centric, what is keeping my daughters? Commander, the Sultan demanded, having arrived behind Boffington. I hope there is nothing wrong. They're usually so punctual. Oh, I'm sure there isn't. Sir. No, sir, Kelso replied smoothly. But if you'll excuse me, maybe I'd better go see. He attempted to slip away, eager to prevent Boffington from scrutinizing his hastily assembled royal party too closely. Excuse me, sir. Oh, Captain, I see. Boffington, however, grabbed Kelso, preventing his escape. Just let me explain. There's something amiss here. Just then, Sultan Alistair, Almarine beamed, seemingly unfazed by Kelso's odd appearance. One side, my dear. On your feet. Gentlemen, the princess is. Gentlemen, the United States Navy has made every arrangement for our comfort. Now it is my turn to make an arrangement for your delight. My daughters will dance for you, gentlemen. Kelso, utterly horrified, frantically interjected, but that won't be necessary. Sir, you don't have to pay us back. We were glad to help. A truly altruistic naval rescue. The Sultan's face darkened. You do not wish to see my daughters dance. Commander, is their performance beneath the dignity of your American officers? Boffington, seeing Kelso squirm, jumped in. Well, do you think they ought to dance on our nifty stomach, Mind your management, Don't pay any attention to him, Your Highness. He has these spells every now and then. You see, a touch of battle fatigue. I, for one, would love to see your daughters dance. Am I right, gentlemen? Yes, sir. Let the revelry commence. A smattering of nervous agreements followed. You do me great honor, Captain. The Sultan beamed, accepting the apparent enthusiasm. Kelso muttered to Boffington under his breath. Believe me, Captain, you better serve dinner first. This is going to be a disaster. Shut up, Kelso, Boffington hissed back. This is going to be a rare treat, sir, and I can hardly wait to see this. Neither can I, Kelso replied, desperately trying to signal his crew. And try some of these, sir, and they're delicious, a true delicacy. The music started, and the two genuine princesses began a graceful, intricate dance. The third princess, however, stumbled awkwardly, revealing a decidedly unprincess-like swagger and a thick, hairy ankle beneath her silk wrap. Oh, they're lovely dancers. Lovely, Boffington gushed, momentarily blinded by the sheer spectacle. You are most kind, Captain, the Sultan replied, beaming with pride. Kelso, however, could only watch in horror as his crew princess wobbled precariously. Can't you be more careful? He hissed. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. So sorry. Are you just fine, ladies? Just fine. Splendidly coordinated for your gender. The dance concluded, and the room burst into polite applause. Weren't they great, gentlemen? Boffington asked, completely missing the glaring anomaly. Just a moment, Sultan Alistair Almarine suddenly declared, a puzzled expression on his face. My daughters aren't finished yet. I have news for you, sir. Those are not all your daughters. His eyes fixed on the crew princess, his brow furrowing with growing suspicion. Goodbye, girls, Kelso yelled, sensing disaster. It's time to change. He lunged forward. Boffington, confused, stopped him. Here we go. Captain, what is the meaning of this outrage? Kelso, desperate, pointed frantically at the disguised crewman. Sir, one of these girls is an impostor, a charlatan of the highest order. Boffington, his eyes bulging, grabbed the nearest genuine princess. Captain, how dare you? She cried. Oh, I'm sorry. Boffington stammered, realizing his mistake and releasing her. This isn't the one. This must be the one, sir. He lunged at the crew princess, pulling off the veil and revealing Gus Grumble's sweaty, bearded face. A collective gasp went through the room. Stop this madness, Commodore, the Sultan roared, utterly outraged. The Admiral will hear of this insufferable farce. Well, brother, you stop it, Captain, Kelso interjected, struggling to contain Gus. You can't do this. Oh, I can't I? Boffington shrieked, triumphant. You must be the one. You, phony Bolognese bunny. You're under arrest for impersonating a princess and for making a mockery of international diplomacy. Arrest, Gus yelped, startled. Your Highness, I'm terribly sorry, Boffington babbled, turning to the enraged Sultan. Captain, your unpardonable behavior will be reported to the State Department. This is an insult of the highest magnitude. Kelso quickly intervened. Oh, sir, he didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, Your Highness. You see, I thought I saw one of my stupid nips with Ensign Whiffle. I mean, your daughter looked just like him, sir. I didn't know that, sir. Kelso lied, desperately trying to explain the confusion away. Enough, the Sultan commanded, his voice trembling with fury. Come, daughter. I will raid your Washington with a fleet of indignant royal complaints. I want justice for this affront. Mercy, mercy, Your Highness, Boffington pleaded, seeing his career dissolved before his eyes. Stupid infidel, the Sultan spat, sweeping his daughters out of the room. Boffington, utterly defeated, looked around in despair. Why me? Why is it always me? Of all the dumb, dim-witted things I've ever seen in my life. Kelso, having rounded up the rest of his crew, simply shook his head. Skip, let me explain. I don't want to hear another word out of you 8 balls, Kelso snapped, his patience having run out. Now, go on, get going before Commodore Boffington catches you here and I. Too late, Skip, here he comes. Chuckle, Higgins warned, pointing. Boffington, with a desperate last-ditch effort, reappeared, carrying a ceremonial sword. Ooh, princess. Wait, your father forgot his sword, and I hope you'll forgive my stupidity. I meant no disrespect. He spotted the crew and Oh, no. Now, Captain, this is embarrassing. Get away. Now, princess, whatever your name is, would you ask your father to forgive Hold? He lunged at Kelso, wielding the sword. Oh, boy, Kelso cried, dodging. Well, would it help if I forgive you? I can't get him out of here. No. Captain, no. Captain, no. Kelso yelled, ducking and weaving around the flailing sword, his attempts at diplomacy utterly forgotten in the face of imminent bodily harm. The diplomatic dinner had devolved into pure, unadulterated slapstick chaos. A few days later, the air was thick with tension back at Curul Kyoto. Commodore Boffington, despite his continued medical issues, was determined to exert his authority. He'd convened a fitness board to assess Ensign Pipkin Whiffle's suitability for command, a transparent attempt to punish Kelso through his subordinate. Kelso and his crew were holed up in their Torpedo Tube 73 lair, grumbling about their situation. He shares a long time getting a wisdom tooth pulled, Gus Grumbles remarked, looking at the distant convalescent cove where Boffington was supposedly recovering. Never takes me that long to Dennis. It's over real fast, right after he catches me. Willie the Whale Wiggins nodded solemnly. Well, the skipper's gonna be in some mood when he gets back. I don't blame him. It's murder. Hey, I guess you're right, Chuckle Higgins agreed, probably snapping everybody's head off like a hungry alligator. Kelsal stretched out on his bunk, groaned. All right, I guess we'd better really be on the book for Pipkin's fitness hearing. Boffington is not in a forgiving mood. Just then, the convalescent cove's Dr. Zephyr Blim burst in, a wide, almost manic grin on his face. I don't believe him. He just had his tooth pulled. Who's the dentist? Bob Hope. Dr. Blim was clearly affected by something. He needs a skip. Kelsal sat up, looking at the deliriously happy doctor. Why so happy, Blim? What did you do? Bite the dentist's finger. Happy, Dr. Blim laughed. A high, reedy sound. Are you kidding? I'm in agony. Pure, unadulterated dental agony. The doctor's given me a new painkiller. Not your, nitrous oxide. Yeah, that's it. The laughing gas jazz. The crew looked at each other. Laughing gas. Well, that must be some joke, Blim Kelsil remarked. Just look at you. You sure feeling no pain? Are you kidding? No pain. It's killing me, Dr. Blim giggled hysterically. The doctor said it'll wear off pretty soon. We better get the skipper back to the island before he strains something trying to stand up. He's practically airborne with delight. How come for it, you guys? Kelso looked at his crew. Don't worry. Skip. I'll take over. Gus Grumbows volunteered, eager to drive the jeep. He'll take over, Kelso muttered, knowing Gus's driving skills. Must have been the way I said it. How you doing, Skip? I never felt worse, Gus, Dr. Blim declared, still laughing. Now, don't worry about a thing. I got everything under control. McHale. Gus, at the wheel of the jeep, swerved wildly. Mr. Whiffle, I'm both dead ahead. Kelsel grabbed Gus. Oh, pull backwards. Please. Not that way, you lunatic. Suddenly, there was a loud thud and a startled shriek. Commodore Boffington, miraculously cured and making his own way back, had been hit. Hey, you murderers! Boffington shrieked, scrambling up from the dust. Hey, this is Commodore Boffington. Pull him out. Stand there. We just ran over Captain Pipkin Whiffle yelled, terrified. He ran over. Captain Boffington. Now he'll have his horse shot, Gus shouted back, panicking. Skip. Permission to go on sick call. Willie the Whale, Wiggins asked, his face green. I want to get a toothpick. He'll have his horse shot. Get your hands off of me. You sea gulling murderer, Boffington screeched, advancing on Gus, a wild look in his eyes. I've got you this time, Kel. Trying to kill me in this hot rod. Is that what he tried to do? Kelsel, quickly thinking, intervened. Wait a minute. Captain, if you want to blame anybody, you'll blame me, sir. You see, I had this tooth pulled out earlier. Quite a hole, sir. He gestured dramatically at his mouth. Boffington, however, was past reason. I don't care about that, Kelsel. I'm sick of your excuses. Sick. Sick. I'm gonna do something with this imbecile. I should have done a long time ago. Something utterly devastating. Skip, I'm against regulation or spankaging law, Pipkin Whiffle protested, nervously. Yes, sir. I am going to send a message to Grand Command Post, Boffington declared, his eyes gleaming with malicious intent. And you know what? I'm gonna request Chuckle Higgins, thinking quickly, replied, a couple cases of ketchup. I gotta tell you, we're low on ketchup. I am going to request that a fitness board convene a full, uncompromising fitness board for Ensign Whiffle. Boffington's voice was sharp, triumphant. Kelsel's jaw dropped. A fitness board? Now, wait a minute. Captain, you can't. Can't I? Huh? Boffington sneered. All they've got to do is take one look at this goofball's record and they'll break him down to second class so fast it'll make your head spin. What do you think of that, goofball? He poked a finger at Pipkin Whiffle, who swayed nervously. I'm a little nauseous already, sir, Pipkin admitted weakly. Wait a minute. Captain, I'm not going to stand by, sir. And I see my executive officer. Kelsil stepped in front of Pip. No, sir. This is an outrage against common decency and good order. When it comes to railroading, Kelsall, I am a regular. Casey Jones, Boffington retorted, preening. All right, take me to the barn. I hope he runs off on track. The crew watched, dismayed. Hey, Skip, can he do that? Can he bring Mr. Whiffle to a fitness board? Gus asked, genuinely worried. I don't know, Gus, damn it. Kelsall cursed, his usual coolness rattled. Chuckle Higgins, always a stickler for rules, pointed out, oh, come on. Will you, Chuck? Take off that hat. You're still an ensign. And if we have anything to do about it, you're gonna stay an ensign. Yeah, well, when that fitness board gets here, boy, it's gonna be so long, Mr. Whiffle. It ain't fair. How do you get out of this chicken navy? Willie, the whale Wiggins lamented. Kelsall, however, all right. Listen, stop your jabbering and start using your skulls. There must be some way we can get Boffington to call off this hearing. Some brilliant, unorthodox strategy. Gus, ever the pessimist, grumbled. Yeah, if we can only jolly him up some way, you don't get him in a good mood. Skip, even an undertaker, couldn't put a smile on his face. Kelsall's eyes, however, suddenly lit up. I got it, guys. Why don't we call a truce? Maybe even throw him a party, a festive gathering to soften his granite heart. Pipkin Whiffle, momentarily forgetting his impending doom, exclaimed, I mean, that's a great idea. We could throw a real wing, and Willie could sneak some nurses over from the base, and Mike Bell could blow up a batch of his legendary moonshine, and we could dance, and drink, and get loaded, and go right to the brig, Whiffle, Kelsall retorted, cutting off the enthusiastic suggestion. That's all we need to do, to face Boffington's wrath directly. Now, wait a minute. Hold it, boys. I think you just clued your Uncle Dudley into something. Kelsall paused, his mind working furiously. Well, can't you... Now, wait a minute. We might have a chance if we get all that Boffington in a happy mood. Right. The crew chorused. Well, now, this is strictly out of left field, Kelsall continued, a mischievous glint in his eye. But remember what Dr. Blim felt like when I came back from the dentist the other day. The laughing gas. Boys, wow. If Boffington felt that way, he'd not only cancel a fitness board, he'd probably promote Mr. Whiffle to admiral. And if that don't jolly up all that Boffington. Listen, Gus chimed in, he'll be so hysterical. He'll do anything. He'll probably confess to piloting an unidentified flying object. Kelsall turned to Higgins. What do you think, Chuck? Higgins grinned. Well, I'm still trying to get used to it. Admiral Charles Parker. Admiral Pete Parker. No. That's Pipkin Whiffle. Admiral Pipkin Whiffle. The sound of it alone is enough to send Boffington into a laughing fit. You bunch of hyenases, come here, Kelsall hissed, waving them closer. We got plans to hatch. Now, listen to this. It's going to be a masterpiece of comedic manipulation. Under the cloak of night, the nefarious plot began to unfold. Gus Grumbles, with surprising stealth, presented a large, clanking tank to Presto, Skip, 1 tank, 100-proof laughing gas, compliments of the base dental units, a little midnight requisition from Dr. Blim's secret stash. Kelsall patted Gus on the back. Good work, Gus. Always nothing but the best for Mr. Whiff. I'd steal a whole dentist, if it meant saving his naval career. All right. Kelsall hissed, gathering his crew. Now, you guys sure you know what to do? The fate of Pipkin hangs in the balance, and with it, the piece of coral Kia. Gus, always confident, thumped his chest. Had no fear, Skip. Once we've blown a blast of that laughing gas onto old lead bottom to the office window, he's in happy land. Mr. Whiffle's practically off the hook. Sir, we'll make him giggle like a schoolgirl on shore leave. Well, I sure hope so, Gus Kelsall murmured, a touch of genuine worry in his voice. Not that I might be an enlisted man, but I don't know how. Mother ever explained it to the bridge club, if my executive officer got broken down to a seaman second class. The scandal. All right, come on, boys. Let's go. Now, remember, gloop right between the eyes. Don't worry, Skip. This is going to be a million laughs. Meanwhile, Commodore Boffington was sitting stiffly in his office, glowering over Pipkin Whiffle's service record, mentally preparing the damning report for the fitness board. Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs sat opposite him, meticulously taking notes. Now, the fitness board is going to love this record. Fibs, Buffington grumbled, his voice dark with malicious anticipation. July 16th, during gunnery drill, we shot down a target plane. August the 1st, he torpedoed one of our garbage scouts. Said he thought it was a nip sub camouflaged with potato peels. Potato peels? Fibs, the utter insult. Suddenly, Kelso burst in, unannounced, followed by Chuck Higgins. "Hi, Captain." Buffington snapped up, startled. "Kelso, don't you ever knock? What do you want?" "A sailor." "What fresh indignity do you bring to my office this time?" "Oh, me. Well," Captain Kelseo began, feigning politeness, "we just thought that perhaps—" "I don't care what you thought. You're not going to change my mind. You're finished. You're done. You're kaput. You and that bumbling executive officer of yours are as good as demoted." "Well," Captain Kelsall continued, undeterred, "seeing as how we can't change our mind about getting Mr.